to look forward to for your Saturday. You know, get yourself comfortable.
Yeah, no
clear
excuse.
your calendar.
No excuse to not watch all the games today.
Stay hydrated, grab snacks in between. In fact, you've even got time just now as we get this one started. So Dusty was PVISION's pick. And I mean, you're going to understand very quickly by the conclusion of this series whether or not NAVI, especially their Anubis for the second map, very excited to see what that entails.
I want to know what they target, right? Because we've seen them try and bully players. We saw the Nucleon's Kixen B bomb side on this map.
Yes,
just
we
doing
did.
a lot of B pops. Now the B hold is Makazi and Bit, I'm pretty sure.
Elchinok's just thrown like a door smoke from B. Xbox smoke from
They're fighting. They're playing ahead.
E, and they're well ahead of that. Yellow at the top. Bit just wants to fight. He wants to biff. An important trade provided by the Glock of Zwei.
Notice finding them room at long right now. There's a flash on Alexi. That might come into play if they can try and disrupt. Smoke for the cross in the air. Rotation heavy.
Quite a quick reaction. Cross smoke, but almost ahead of it, yeah, with the flashbang. So they've got the sight line. Wonderful. Going to be overseeing what looks now like a commitment. Charging forward. Bomb on the back of Belchinok, supported and escorted by that back pit play. A nice headshot from Wonderful, and he follows it up as well. Clean execution and dismantling of this T-side assault on the long side. A long-range Glock headshot, sure, but he ain't got the bullets, he ain't got the health. It's just James getting whittled away at to secure NAVI the pistol. Now, I will also remember that, as I was discussing with the Anubis pick, James, we had a voice comms check and we was like, you know, screw this map, guys. We don't even play it. We don't even understand it. If they get to Anubis without a Dust 2 under their belt, they could be in trouble. This is a must-win first map in the series.
That is very true. They have had a whole extra day because they went through efficiently through stage 1. So they probably were looking at fixing some holes on that map.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Well, this is where I am curious about what they try and exploit, because the CT setup of NAVI, Bit and Makazi hold B. Imma is the A rotating rifle, and then you might want to try and exploit in-game leader Alexi at long.
I'm curious that they've invested both door and Xbox as just to, I guess, imply
stops the short fight as
lower
well,
tunnels.
right?
Yeah,
So it stops the CTs from fighting towards lower tunnels.
just feels like a lot of smokes to be blowing out.
But it's just it's a mid guarantee.
Fair, right, for $600.
And they are doing one of these B pops.
Okay, well, there's a smoke just now, quite deep landing, which will enable that SMG Bit up close. Do you call it cancel?
They did. Noda was out the doors, now dips back, so they're going to wait for this to start to subside before they go again.
Any NAVI info pushes during this 20-second window? No, Nota's going to show up and puff up his chest that short could be the hit.
Okay, well, this is very good that they have got blocked, but then still had a move. They didn't just sit and wait. Here comes that pop.
Yeah, this is a really nice util set from James. Bit up and over. Good for it. It's actually Makaze's FAMAS at the back of the site. He's already 2 kills deep. He kind of needs a third, and he won't get it. Yellow's Tech 9 has opened up the B bomb site and opened up the conversation for a PVISION second round win. Swinging on the door. Off the flash, looking good. Frag from Imma, needs more, finds it as well. Yellow's done so much, recovering the M4, and now a 1 versus 1, softened up by the HE and a flying MP9 to avoid an overt disaster. Alexi B secures it.
It's a pretty high-octane Counter-Strike from NAVI at the moment, especially once they identify where PVISION are. They're taking a lot of these fights. So in that situation, Noda held them at bay on the rotation towards CT for a moment, but at that point, NAVI can identify there's only 2 players on the site and one of them has to be planting. So they just spurt in through the doors. Noda gets there in time, and this one does come down to the 1v1. Now let's see if Jane wants to hedge in right now with a hero AK to keep these finances limited, or if it'll just be a partial. But there's definitely an attitude of NAVI wanting to take fights. They're not just sitting and allowing the game to be played, because PVISION are one of those teams who can really control the tempo of a match with their approach to the game.
But something you were highlighting in that pre-match was that if anyone could do it, NAVI and their studying of opponents could find a solution. You know, I think other teams might very well be watching this game back if NAVI do prevail.
They might run the same rounds again.
Of course they will. It certainly looks very similar. Nota starts mid, 4 tons.
Lacking a little bit of utility, so maybe Nota's going to sell the mid to be a little bit more.
They've got 3 shorts, so what's your reaction? You go forward? Wonderful's going to play ready for a swing. Off of the incendiary, could go for it with a flashbang, but elects not to. Nota's allowed to throw out his second piece of the util, CT smoke thrown, and Wonderful can't catch him. Ahead of the block smoke, Sway starting his commitment, Bit unloads his magazine, and 3 hit the deck. A clean dispatch.
That's something I really would have drilled, right, is making sure that your B defenders are aware of the pops and they have some good setups. Someone's anti or there's a combo available. So the fact that you have been able to weather that storm of 2 back-to-back B pops, sure, one of them coming down to a 1v1, the second one being clean, sets you up quite nicely. Now we get into the guns. Jane brings out his AWP. Wonderful. Yet to equip his. So it's going to be a rifle-heavy setup for NAVI. Jame has the best long spawn right now, but I don't imagine he just takes for a pick. Probably just going to set up a boost in middle and see what he can find.
Yeah, let's find out. Spots 2. So counting the numbers on the B side.
Started with spawns as well there. Mikaze has actually taken long. We saw this as well in the Falcons game. Monacy and Nico played this similar setup to deal with Nota's short scaling on the default.
I love this aggressive solo mid-take from Cielo. That is that filling me with some confidence. Quick molly, quick CT smoke immediately forces a reaction out of Wonderful. And there's Alexi Beast. And Emma, their forward gambit revealed, but it doesn't look to have cost anything. PVISION will allow the retreat, and NAVI will concede the space with a block smoke.
Now, this is important against PVISION. If they can't get the staging area of short stairs to play the push-pull between the mid to B, that's going to make things a whole lot harder for James to be able to call around.
Seems like it must be a philosophy coming into this half from NAVI. That's 2 rounds in a row they've started heavy numbers short.
The clock is their friend right now. 50 seconds remaining as NAVI have actually done a decent job of holding onto a few belts of utility. Mikaze towards long has a bunch. Emma as that rotating rifler, also still with a HE to break for the mid to B. Bit and Wonderful. Passive setup on the B side as well, not overextending mid. And they are just going to walk out for mid control on contact.
Okay. It's spotted by Wonderful. Ima is going to be smoked but has the HE. Wonderful falls back into the site, allows this, and ooh, what? Team damage. Yellow, doesn't matter. Finding Wonderful on the entry. Nice from Bit. Passes the test. He needed both of them. That was the bomb carrier down. Now very uncomfortable, especially with Zwei getting caught. What a round from Bit. That's back-to-back triple kills from the B defender. Bravo.
Who damaged Emma?
That was the question, because it sounded like a silence.
Yeah, was it Alexi spamming from A?
But you can see your teammates, right?
Yeah,
like you got a name above his head.
Yeah, I would like to see where the damage came from there. But
sound like you got
PVISION are already feeling their game plan under pressure. 4-0 start. Dustin will take the tactical timeout. And we were having a big discussion about this yesterday. The same applies to Dust 2 every time. If you're not getting long spawns on your partial investments or rifle rounds, it's hard to really pressure that side of the map with faster moves. Right? You can definitely go for the B plays on the last tick of the molly, get the AWP on the line of platform. You can do, back in my day, we called it the mid-biff, right? You'd drop down suicide, you'd scuttle out that nade, you'd run behind the smoke and be comboing util and going for quick short control. I think Bit's done a very good job with this multi. He's been under pressure for 3 consecutive rounds now, so him and Mikaze this time just bit up to 7-2, getting the job done. So 1 AK in the mix, the pistols again, timeout taken. Is there a variation? And it looks like they want to continue heavy stance over towards the tunnels.
Ooh, confirmations. Yellow's there. He's going to have to fight forward. It's Imet. An important trade. Denies Yellow the hero rifle. And it's actually not easy to retrieve.
And A's pretty under-fortified right now, so the gap on long is going to be a problem. They will need to rejig this CT setup to deal with it, as Belchenok is trying to take space, right? They knew the AWP was middle, and they knew that 2 rifles were short, which tells him there is a bit of a gap to work with. He's going to park out towards the blue bin.
Definitely recurring themes as 2 smokes imply a B split. A lurk smoke B and a CT smoke. Belchenok to punish on the reaction.
I have 1 here.
Does find the head. Imez brought down to 16, but gets away with his life. Important, the bait and switch. James bringing the bomb solo long, so actually the finish, and they got info on where those defenders were.
Okay, if they were starting to react now, they might have been able to catch this set off guard, but they will be able to pick up another rifle. They have a molly and an incendiary. Makazi and Bit have both sold B, so they're ready for a fast rotate.
This incendiary makes this position really uncomfortable for Wonderful, but they opt for Goose. No problems for NAVI.
Distinct lack of frags so far for PVISION. Yellow's at the top end with 5. Noda James way with 1 apiece, and it'll stay that way. Belchenok 0 and 5. 5-0 start. This is beautiful.
Low in, isn't it? Looking very polished.
Okay, Joker lurks. So talking about that of Belchenok over towards long.
And we've seen it with Noto and their BXX. It does seem to be a recurring game plan of PVISION, kind of a 4-1 of some description.
Again, only one player with a good long spawn right now, so they're not able to use this to try and punish. They'll just boost the AWP again.
HE masks his cross.
It's nice. They're being safe, right? They're not really taking any chances. James staying in case there's a transition back across the doors. The long control secure with a deep bedroom smoke. Alexi playing anti in case of a pop. Needs to play close to this. We talked about this philosophy with NIP in the server. And Wonderful's still close enough to support. So they, right now, this A setup is more worried about a long pop than a short play.
Same as Yellow solo util. Looks exploitable by Immer. I think he'll be able to get behind that and peek around it. Here comes the flashbang, Alexi Anti. Wonderful on the line. Perfect bait. Perfect. NAVI find the opening kill. 50 seconds.
The gap up
surging
short,
up A. Wonderful will have to react to this.
Sorry.
James got a free frag in his crosshairs. Already the bomb crossing. Wonderful. Smoked off. That's a deep, long smoke.
James got this info too.
Uh-oh, Bit's dead. Bit's a dead man walking. Dropping is Nota. That's the bomb lost. It could get weird, especially with the missed AWP shot from James. Now a chance for Bit to stride victorious and save NAVI. Wow, it was just shaping up nicely. The loss of the bomb in mids. Yellow, sure, you found one onto Alexi B, but this is a very tight window. You've got 20 seconds. Wonderful scarpering brought down. Bomb on the back of James. He's making his move. Oh. Yep, ready, finds Bit. 1v2 taking shape, they're clutching up. Oh, he gets around the corner. 10 seconds, Yellow has to cover, but he drops. 7 HP, the nade could win it. No, Yellow hits it. What a round of Counter-Strike.
How have they been able to scrap that one together?
Nota must have been pulling his hair out, realizing what he had done. Like, that looks so convincing. Then it didn't, then it didn't, then it did.
It felt like Bit did more than enough over towards the doors. The bomb getting dropped and okay. It's this moment right here.
7 HP,
and
by the way.
Noda's still worrying about mid doors. His team must be screaming that James being chased down. Ooh. That one was damn close, but will it be consecutive for PVISION? James was instrumental there, controlling those rotations. They want to be a little bit more jarring against the default, starting assertive lower tunnels and short with rifles.
It's Yellow, what's your move? Oh, perfect. The synchronicity, the flash, the smoke.
He wants to fight.
Kaze chooses to get away. A little glance at top mid, had nothing to spot. Looks like they're going to get the shot that they previously had to fight for.
It might be a standard round, especially with the setup that we see. Alexi is going to deal with long. Wonderful wanting to aggress, and you might catch them in the staging area as they're starting to set up nades.
I think that's what he's hoping for, right? Like a little sweep as they set up. Here it comes. Ooh, missed shot. Just whistles one past the knuckles of Ziello.
Double long lurk.
Blocked, swinging. It's going to be a test for the two of them. Nice from Wonderful. That's a perfect start, but a nice discrepancy brought to the attention of NAVI. Nota and Sway have managed to get themselves access, especially now removing the AWP. Long no longer occupied. Awkward for Bit and Makaze.
Will it be the save? There's money on Wonderful. Loss bonus 1900 going into the next. I think the save is the smarter of the options right now, and considering the pace these two are taking, I think that will be the call. So 5-2. PVISION starting to make some headway now on their T side. That's all, to me, down to Zway's trades at long. Right? If Zway gets nothing, then it's all one-dimensional. It's all going to be coming up through short, and they should be able to deal with that. So Zway trading Belchenok, who is 0 and 7, but then finding that second frag onto the AWPer, secures the round. I think wonderful when he sees the hand, he's not assuming a nade's being thrown, right? He's expecting, oh, we're going to get swung at any moment. So takes the shot, and then everything's initiated from that point. So Bit will be able to drop one. Wonderful can buy himself, and Makazi can drop two. So there's enough for everybody to have a full buy. Will Blade take the tactical timeout? Yes, he will. So just being able to pip the gap with the smoke right there, wonderful. That's a nice shot from Nota. It was massive in the final against Falcons. There's the trade. So what type of adjustment? Because they did try to play a little bit more assertive and rumble the default into lower, aggressive short. Feels like the game plan was working perfectly as well. They were very ready for the B pops, run in consecutive rounds. If PVISION can run the board, they could make it 7 consecutive to win out the half.
Ooh, an attack on the cross. James has connected that. You can see Blade's pep talk there.
Yeah, so happy with him. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like they have to change the game plan too much.
No, they're going to go quick. Look at this. No mid-smoke, just walking contact. Ooh, and it's a massive gap. This could be horrible for him. He's anticipating it. At least confirms it's there. Incendiary, they're not turning up the heat. They'll slow things down, but they've already got so much space. Already pressure on mid, pressure on short.
Exactly. Now Navi are the ones who feel like they're on the back foot.
CT smoked. Oof. Does Makazi have any help?
This is what James does so well, right? Limiting rotation between the sites with the AWP literally through the mid doors.
He's looking for the jump spot.
Scope's heard. The scope is heard.
Yeah, Makazi knows just looking. Ooh, great catch.
Good teamwork.
Yeah, off the HE, he peeks through. Opening kill provided. Im is there to lend a hand as well. Well-placed flashbang catches Nota. They can clear out and tuck in. It's a fair fight here. Unless a util can hit the scales. Dink exchange, AK supremacy on display with 48. Where do you go?
It could have went as Renota to re-clear that, right? James was already out past that line, and the fact that he's still clearing that after the fact, so really good job to draw this back into the 4-on-4, and now it looks like it'll just be the A play. Wonderful playing Car, Alexi on long. Oh, Alexi wins out his fight on Nota. That's actually very nice to be getting that just before the exit comes in. Wonderful's not worried about anything. Has to play retake now.
They've already
has to give them the side.
He eats all those flashes. An Incendiary might limit their plant, but no, doesn't quite spread as he'd have liked. A little bit of a safe haven for Belchinok to get that bomb planted in PVISION's favor.
Alexi has the kit for the retake.
Wonderful doesn't have a flashbang to set this up. Alexi B goes swinging, hard fight. Wow, he does well onto Yellow, and they're just hitting every shot they take. Short the last fight for Zwei, and now they know not going to be easy. In fact, making it very difficult is Makazi, refusing to go down. He's just constantly keeping him busy, pestering him, and now so many bodies are on the line. I think Zwei knows this round is lost. He concedes, and we're back away to maintain the AK. Looking for James Orb.
Ooh, and he's got it. Okay.
He's well trained.
Yeah, pat on the back there for Zwei to be able to get that. So massive find considering the circumstances. But I like the teamwork from the B duo, right? That nade coming from window. They heard the scope. They swing out. They take down James. Trying to catch them on that jump spot. This is very well done to find the opener. And Alexi, when he's taking that fight through long doors, he's not sitting blue bin. He's not hiding pit. He's actually jiggling the door, and Noda's very low. So Alexi should have him dead to rights every time. It was the second kill that was more impressive by the in-game leader in my books. Second of 3 tactical timeouts called within the first half. So, yeah, Blade is correct. They're not being able to play their game at their tempo. PVISION, this was probably one of the concerns you'd have if you were Dustin and James. You know that it's early on in the team's success, and that's likely why they're keeping a lid, making sure the team doesn't get an ego. You're going to need to continue to solve these problems. It's a story as old as time when we're looking at Counter-Strike teams. When you pop up and you're an underdog name, you can get away with gimmicks or your playstyle because it's not in the zeitgeist of the top team's Counter-Strike at the time. But once it's studied, where are the holes?
Wow, James wins it out despite Wonderful actually looking for that particular angle on the boost box.
How's he picked up the AWP?
Brought down, but the AWP is still in play, as you've highlighted. The smoke break looks like it might be a bit late, though. They're already across. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It makes sense just to execute A, because you know that the AWP's not going to be in play towards mid-long.
It's kind of looking like round.
It's over. Save. I know that sounds crazy, but really, they should save right now.
Makaze doesn't want
There's nothing to gain in this situation.
He doesn't want to, though, Chad. He wants to fight. He wants to play.
These are two teams who play Counter-Strike by the book.
Yes.
So this doesn't make any sense, right? Wonderful goes down. PVISION immediately identify, okay, there's not going to be an AWP over towards Car. Let's just go waltz up in towards the site. We're so confident in our AKs versus their M4s. We'll win those fights regardless. And it's even better. NAVI had evacuated the site. They were playing to be a nuisance in middle and try and find a pick back.
And presumably that's not the kind of round you lose and Blade feels the need to call a timeout, right? That's one of those things you can just go, we all know why we lost that round.
I think it's good that Wonderful is trying to look for fights.
Yeah.
Right? It looks silly in a situation like this where he dies and then they lose the round. But Wonderful is a player who I think needs to be playing with confidence.
Yes.
Because they've done the hard work with this team, laying the foundations, right? Understanding the approach to the game and what fundamentals Blade wants to keep towards the top of the tier list. However, your players have to play. Right, you can only do it by the book so often, and making those moves, finding those fights is what can win you games, and that's the type of Wonderful we had at the major, the one that was definitely getting stuck in and having some huge moments. And now they'll just go back to a bit more of a standard round.
Look at James, really quick to this. What is it, 1 minute 37, and he's already walked down middle. Flash eaten by IEM. It's a ballsy forward position to be adopting, especially after the Dink exchange versus Nota in the prior round. This molly will force him out. No punish from the AWP, he manages to get into CT safe.
The biggest concern, looking at the minimap right now for NAVI, is going to be if there's a long take. Now, it's not going to happen dry. At least not for now, while the door smoke is up, but that's starting to fade. Gosh, not yet to get going, but has supporters yellow here for the trade. Corner smoke, flash over, looking to get control of this. So Matt feeling much bigger for PVISION, but nothing really changes the status quo for NAVI. They'd already given over that long control, and there it is. Jane with another opener, back-to-back rounds on the AWP now.
He's looking for those reactions and does punish. James to join them long for the finish. Belchanok, if he could just get himself one, it would be almost round secured.
I need James smoke. It's about to fade on the cross. It's about to fade.
Yeah, you're right. There will be vision. Wonderful going to throw out the incendiary, trying to make ramp uncomfortable, but Belchanok burrows.
They might not expect Belchanok already across.
Smoke and Imed trying to draw attention. There's Belchanok, the jump scare. They weren't ready for him so far forward. Lots of damage through the box. Alexi B onto the AWP, but not going to hit the flick. There's Belchanok. 2 contributions and a PVISION fourth. Comfortable, 5 alive. James doing what James does best, just lingering in mid and punishing anyone that wants to cross that line in the sand.
Well, that's why it's important that they apply short pressure, right? And make sure that nobody's playing in the stairwell so that James can post up without the worry of being dropped down upon. And we haven't seen them. Oh, so I might be able to find this final frag. Bit noted now.
Ooh,
and
wow.
Controls the spray. Good stuff there from Zway. All 5 staying alive as 2 rounds remain. Will it be a Blade timeout just to discuss the finances? Because they can bring out 3 rifles, but I think you'd want a full gun round next round to play for 7.
Right.
So this is where likely going to hear Alexi call the partial buy.
It's an admirable recovery, right? It was a 5-0 start out of NAVI. They're going to be feeling quite hard done by. Ooh, and another one on the cross. James, consistent threat. Just to try and establish your defense, you have to get past his sniper.
That's why it's important to have a good AWP on a map like Dust 2, right? Because the fear factor forces those nades. Hero M4.
Yellow takes a heavy lick.
Dinks.
Lots of damage. I'd have loved him to have hit a Deagle body shot to finish one of those, but looks like it's all just going to be dealt with. Drop of a hat. Alexi B, the last man with his P250 and a flashbang.
Oh, well, the tides have changed, hasn't it? NAVI with the pistol and the conversions, winning the first 5 on the trot. Well, now it's the 5 out of the last 6. Well, it will be 5 out of the last 6 once they deal with Alexi.
And dead.
All right. Letting Belchanok get his 3rd there. So salvaging this first half of play. Anubis up next, Ancient if we need it. Quite a brawly map pool. Obviously, Overpass and Nuke bans removing those tactical elements. Can NAVI eke one more before the halftime break? They took that live by. Now they have the full guns. They don't have a kit for this final round of play.
No Jame opening. At least not in the first 10 seconds. Wonderful trying to have a little line towards mid. Again with this yellow pressure. We've seen this 3 or 4 times now. Immediately kind of has NAVI's Feckles up. What does that mean? Where are they? And here's an attempt at an answer. Swinging short. Flash. Yellow's got vision. Oh, well done. Immet does well. There's the shadow. He knows where Nota is, and now you'd be peeking into an AWP. Nice elevation on the lip, but still it works out for NAVI. 4 on 2. They win out the duels. So he's going to try and find an answer on B. It's Makazi on that elevated angle and distracted. The fact that he spotted him, he may completely overlook this.
Makazi's going to drop in, surely.
He wants to. He really does, but he knows the frag will come to him with a little bit of patience. Job done, and I mean, for NAVI, this is going to feel great. Just picking up that last one on the tail end, ensuring you have an advantage to show for it as we swap sides. A 7-5, though. It's certainly a recovery from PVISION. Make no mistake. And Wonderful's ready to receive. Very unlikely Nota gets anything going here. He acknowledges the AWP on the line, throws out his double flashes to try and get across. Trajectory and a frag. All right, NAVI 7, PVISION 5. This game's getting going. We've got a brawl on our hands. Don't go anywhere.
Digital Extreme Masters Kraków 2026 Stage 2. It's cold outside, but it's heating up in the studio. Right now, NAVI taking on PVISION to open up the account on the A stream, and Blade's game plan in the first half was working wonderfully. Very happy with his team's performance. Now, for PVISION, they're on everybody's radar thanks to Bounty. But if there's one team who's going to find the holes in your tendencies, it's going to be Blade. So let's see how badly he can punish them in this second half of play. Will it be both pistols or will they be split?
Look at this focus on middle. Like the whole squad just walking on up. Alexi be throwing that mid smoke. If there's no flashbang, Bit tending to this potential. He heard a step. Did he hear a step? Flash makes it really clear and he's happy to swing on out. Takes the jaw. Nota connects. Everyone hits their shots from PVISION. It has to be more from Bit. He's done well for a heady, but it ain't enough. Zwei and Jame, a pair of frags. PVISION take the pistol.
Yeah, it was going to be tough no matter what happened there, because when Alexi goes down, he has a whole belt of nades on him as well. So whatever the round was meant to be, it was always going to be chaotic. So that is the pistol split. This could be one of those eco rounds where they go, this frag right here from Jame, bang. Dustin has taken the third and final tactical timeout after the pistol round win.
Does seem like a strange place for it.
Well, I think he knows if they fumble this, the game will get away from them very quickly, but he's putting a lot of faith on them down the stretch that they will be the ones applying the pressure to force Blade to take timeout so he can chip in later.
Right.
So he wouldn't have taken this if there wasn't a need. So he understands the importance of this round right now, but we can see the buy that's taken shape. So this is wonderful looking for scout tags, which the Glocks can finish off easily, and then Bit, because he got a kill, he's upgraded into a Teagle. So this type of a round right now, you need to avoid, if you're PVISION, and you might not even know it's coming, the scout tags. That's the biggest bane of your existence.
Also, talking of bane of existence, my current real bane is my Premier teammates, or Face It teammates, buying Deagles. 5 Deagles, no armor. You're over-invested. Do you not want nades on the first gun?
It's a story as old as time.
Tell them, Chad.
Well, they're just about shooting. That's what pugs are about, unfortunately.
Tell them it's the wrong thing.
It is the wrong thing,
Thank
but
you.
it's pug Counter-Strike, and that's the way it's been.
You got 2 kills? Buy a Deagle. You didn't. So don't.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's the way she goes. That's the way she's gone forever.
Yeah, okay.
It's 20 years old that's been happening, mate. That's
sick of it, mate.
Everyone, there's ego in Counter-Strike. Everyone thinks they can shoot. Nades will win your rounds, I'll tell you that much.
I'd love to see the statistics of how many times the second round, Deagle, no armor, 1,300 left in the bank, works out for you.
And they never buy the Glil, do they? They always go the AK. Sometimes even AK Kevlar. That blows my mind. But there's no surprise that NAVI taking the pace out of this. And I'm looking down and seeing the G2 versus the Mongols, which map 1 has already come to a conclusion. So that is not looking good for one of the two teams. I'll let you go and work that one out yourself. But that's the one running simultaneously with this one. Scope heard, smoke deployed. So talking about some of those tendencies, this is a great opportunity to chat through some of those. The last 30 seconds will explode in a moment, but it's going to be Zielo and Belchnok holding B. You're going to have Zwei anchoring long. Noda will be the rotating A rifler, and then Jame on the AWP. They tend to open their rounds quite similarly over towards the B side. It's always going to be Belchnok car/Toolbox. Here's the Farm Fest. Yellow plays through window to backside. Oh, okay, a couple of kills with a Scout and a Glock in play. That's not too shabby.
You'll take it.
But Jame will also get a bunch of kills right there on the SMG, so he will be able to invest upon the AWP. Oh, Jame. He had an M4, and he threw it, hoping to get it to his teammate, and the round expired, meaning the M4 did too.
So it evaporated. It was put into exile in MTG terms.
So he could have brought in an M4, dropped it, and still bought an AWP, but now Zwei is working with a FAMAS. But James running straight up.
Who is this man? I don't recognize him.
I guess he knew he wasn't going to be up against an AWP because Wonderful bought a Scout in the previous, but
I still love it.
He's just gone for a walk in the park, hasn't he?
Yeah, just in case. And he chose this nade wisely. Times it. And sweeps it. Nothing to report. Lexi B, tempered aggression at top mid. Now goes swinging out. He's going back to retrieve a secondary HE grenade. A lurk smoke for Belchnok to contend with.
Now, this is classic PVISION, right? With these gambles, they're playing 4A. Noda's going to head down to CT to deal with mid to B, but essentially they are playing 4A. Belchinok's going to block the mid to B.
Yeah, and James left him a second smoke so he can continue to kind of act bigger than he is. It's an interesting strategy.
Yellow's a joker on A. I wonder if he's just going to stay tucked ramp. Belchinok's going to start pushing here.
And then Notus comes over to block again. It's you can see they're really trying to force Navi's hand to walk into this 4-man A stack. It's so interesting.
But they're out of smokes now, so
it's if Navi can keep a cool head and not overplay. You've got 35 seconds, you're going to be feeling high stress, and you've got to try and make this work. It looks like it's a mid to B.
Noda has the nade.
Okay, a little bit of a block, might have an angle over the top. Nade to break. Belchinok's gone down. There's the smoke break. Nothing revealed. They have to find him. The open B bomb site. Alexi B has got the bomb through. Yes, Yellow picks off one over the top of that missed smoke.
Is it enough to investigate?
I think they're curious. They don't find the lethality onto Makaze, but tag him up as he retreats back into the safety of that B bomb site. So do you go for this? It certainly seems like they're going to have a look.
Everyone's got a kit. Checking for rats in the system, making sure there's no lurk.
Never feels good, but if anyone's got a good retake strategy, it would have been PVISION.
Okay, so just hoping they found something that second smoke from Na'Vi, the one they've trickled, essentially the crisscross, that's a safety smoke. It's allowed them to avoid the break, and Noda just being able to farm them up and having to worry about 180 degrees worth of angles there. They can just really laser focus on the mid to B split. And that was stressful for moments because we all know how tough it is when you get down to the last 30 seconds, you're still being blocked by smokes. They invested a couple for mid-door block. They had an extra one for B. So you can see PVISION's game plan as well on the CT side, wanting to channel them.
Yeah, and it did have ramifications. Notice smoke block stops it from bouncing as it should, and that gave the angle for Yellow. Perfect replay to demonstrate exactly that. So it is gonna, I mean, Dastan's plan, he gets back on the mic, courtesy of Blade.
So knowing that 4 guns were saved there. I think seeing those block smokes, Blade will already have identified what they were trying to do. So at this moment, are we going to try and sneak through some gaps and try and catch some timings? They're already looking for a response. Like if PVISION go for that same type of maneuver again and constantly trying to block with those smokes, what is our response going to be to that?
Right.
Now, it doesn't mean that PVISION have to run that same type of display, but just helping them understand those solutions. Because when you're in the round and it's happening, it's very stressful. Just taking the 30 seconds to talk about the solution, now everyone will know how they need to react accordingly next time. 4-1 again. Short aggression from James.
Has to respect the flame. Kaze and Imma will throw a second one, forcing him further back. You can see this just falling back to option 3 for James. And another one.
Yeah, so the solution could be apply more pressure early. Really, so that they start pumping through these smokes.
Makes sense. So 3 Molotovs and a CT smoke, and Na'Vi have forced them back into a more passive stance.
So they're trying to drain this next smoke out of A. Noda with some restraint at the moment. It's because they've got this Zillow set up on A again. So they are leaning heavy once more. Feel like they have the read or the gamble, and James gambles tend to pay off. Worst case, they go for the save, and all they do is lose Belchinok on B with an MP9.
Crisscross. 2 smokes invested.
Belchinok's just, mate, I'm stressed if I'm Belchinok.
Yeah, no way. I mean, there could be a whole team. In fact, there is.
Have the multi-killer, we lose the round.
On the shoulders of Belchinok. 1 man versus an entire team. And angle works. Trade is there, and B site should be open. Hang on, wait. In the pop-up, we have a bit of chaos. Nota goes pushing, and there's another shot. They're going to give this a go. This is a really, really threatening round now. With Alexi tagged up to 10, or rather 11 HP, you've got Imma healthy, but at this disadvantage. Imma's really got to get one. Not going to be easy, but with the nade and the bullet, oh, he runs him down, and Zwei will profit. That was the healthy member. Now Alexi B, the 11 HP, not enough. Zwei will bring it round, and 3 kills deep from him. So top of the tables with James and Ziello. We got ourselves an 8-8 scoreline.
Okay, something unhappy here. Alexi looking down the line, discussing with Bits, so not happy with how that unfolded.
These 4-1s, man.
So there is definite conversation being had about that one. That's the fight right there from Sway. Extremely impactful. If he doesn't win the duel against IMA, at that point it's only windows and doors, and IMA and Alexi can just turn their attention and likely a NAVI round. So important from Sway. Wonderful's trying his luck at long here.
Okay. Sway. Throwing it safely. Wow. And wow, through the corner. Sway's lucky to be alive. 6 HP. An old bullet lodged into his Kevlar.
Look at everything on the radar right now from PVISION. It's 4 players clustered mid. There was some rounds they played against Falcons that I really liked. Like they went for like these little dawdles through mid doors within the mid round after they lost long instead of pushing up at tunnels and finding some great timings. But
there's no absence of ideas with PVISION, is there?
With both teams, you can see it flowing. The macro game is very strong, and what we're watching right now. It's an empty bomb site.
Yep. But you wouldn't expect a wide open B bomb site.
Of course not.
So you're hoping that you catch Alexi's crawl here, and you're very likely to with an angle like that. Notuck just catches him, and yeah, they'll stride into a wide open B bomb site. Bit trying to keep him busy. Cielo will use that smoke to his advantage, and sure, you've got the bomb across. Now you've got to try and retake this B bomb site.
IMA has another smoke for doors, so there's another 20 seconds. Gonna lob it in now. Make sure it doesn't start to fade before he drops it. Very deep as well.
That's the preference. Ooh, Bit gets nothing on his tunnels hold. IMA is going to stand his ground. Orb can sweep through here, but James holding for this reaggress. Yellow presents his backside and is quickly spanked. Makaze 2. Job done. NAVI round.
Okay, throwing everything into that retake right there. PVISION, they find the opening incision. They even get that second kill coming through tunnels, and I think that should be easy enough for the retake. But no, they actually lose all the guns and their finances in disarray at this moment. Is this just a one-round game? Likely to see the eco now. This was very well done from Makaze because he's on his own. The other two are fighting up at tunnels during all of this. Finds way low on HP from that earlier tank just highlighted by our obs team. And they are going to use their spawns. So had a couple of good long spawns here. They've smoked corner, Bits out, early space, but they're clustered in upper tunnels, and there's actually a bit of a B stack. It's only USPs. Shouldn't be a problem. Who's going to get him? That's the question. IMA starting to fight forward with support behind him, and he's noted a minimum of 3. Now make it 4 players. Makaze didn't have head armor?
Yeah, that sounded like a...
It did sound like a goosh.
A squishy goosh. Wait, they lost the bomb. Not going to cost them, but it is right there in front of Belchanok, or rather, the 2 left.
IMA for the ace. Didn't have many of those within stage 1.
No, but we're here now. Second stage, the big names. And an eco ace is coming through. IMA will take all 5.
He didn't have head armor, confirmed by production right there in my ears. Wait, he did or he didn't? He didn't. Okay. Yeah, thank you, J-Raz.
Sweet.
It's weird having Jay be able to talk to me directly. It's like I'm a team speak at home. All right, well, 2-round gap. Guns come back out. I would say that's the first ace of stage 2, even though I wasn't watching the other game.
One can only assume. Wonderful. Is going to be aware that one has already crossed the pit and just goes for a little timing shot, hoping for the punishes sway. Okay, well, you heard 2 right M4 spamming away at long. Makaze and IMA's AK has been heard towards B, so a little bit of an info going both ways here. And they take the fight. Spelchanok thrives. Double kill. Awkward for NAVI now. Wonderful, hoping for an overextension, but this is PVISION we're talking about. Now he knows there's an AWP there too.
And he pieced this one back together. 1:10 left on the clock. A lot of time to work with, sure, but a 2-man disadvantage. And I think it'll just be this constant back and forth down the stretch until we have a winner. Extra cash in 3 out of the 5 members of NAVI. They're still going to give a look to this one.
Be one hell of a flash to catch James from here.
Hell of a shot from Bit.
Wow.
All right, well, they have feigned long presence. Wonderful's walk down mid, has Alexi with the bomb just behind him. Wonderful. Can he find a pick to get them back in? Running out of time.
Yeah, really got to be quick with this. And James read him like a book, knows exactly what Wonderful's trying to do, catches him. And Alexi B, oh, he's on the retrieval mission. Belchenok doesn't immediately swing out to punish, but Ziello should have him. Nice, really nice from PVISION, ensuring that AWP doesn't get brought through.
I don't know. Well, neither team really being able to establish too much of a loss bonus right now. Bit is going to hold on to this AK. Wonderful will be able to buy himself an AWP. Alexi will be able to buy himself Imma as well. Just Makazi. So I guess we likely see Alexi sacrifice for one of his rifling pieces, and the in-game leader will operate on something a little bit lighter. But we continue this tug of war. It's not one of those explosive games of Counter-Strike, right, where it's just constant biffing and brawling. It's very tactical. The rationale, you can see it in every choice, right? No one's being brought down into the mud, and people are just constantly pushing through smokes and looking for gaps. Makazi will just come in with the Galil. Okay, so Alexi going to stay on that AK. Long pressure. They'll flash and they'll take the space. Meanwhile, NAVI take lower tunnels. So they want to go straight into a mid to B. This is going to be very quick. They're walking through the doors.
Oh,
that smoke's a fake.
Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool.
Nota's coming.
Question is if Nota's ready for it. He is. Swing out. No, just looked away. Averts his gaze and is punished. So Nota, an opening death.
Does that change the call? Looked like they wanted to split B, but you know that Ziello and Belchenok are still alive.
You can hear all of that reaction util. That's HE, Molly, Smoke. All dumped by PVISION in response to the loss of Nota.
Steps in lower tunnels as well, so they understand the rotation, PVISION.
Is Belchenok just going to slide back CT, trusting Ziello?
You can leave him with the double AWP set already. He should be good for one. So they are going to execute into...
Oh, he's done well. He's found Wonderful. Through the smoke. May have had vision. Makaze finding one. James position noted.
Has to wait. Long has to play.
2A. Long is starting to accelerate. James trying to get away. Good find from Bit. How's he won that? James, quick shot. Minimal. Makaze visible, but Alexi B good for it.
Still going to get past the AWP.
Yeah, you're right. Hoping he can cross behind the car. Hoping to be as difficult of a shot to hit from Ziello as possible. Standing and missing. Alexi B long range. Important frags from Alexi B. Navi's captain Prevail and picks up the AWP for Wonderful. That's a big round to win for Navi. You were saying, it's been a tug of war. Navi tugged right back for the 11th.
Oh, okay, just caught a glimpse there of Wonderful on the oscillation of the smoke. This is stressful, right? Makazi's on his own at short after that initial kill comes in. And that's where the bomb is. And then you're having a cross long with the AWP in play. Stay considered, stay calm. It's the leader, Alexi, to get it. And well, PVISION will shove.
Wonderful's hoping that the B players...
This is for the game, Alex.
Peek on into the AWP. Yeah, they have pushed all in for this. And Navi very quick to B. Very quick to B. Belchenok needed something. Oh, and Ziello gets nothing. 3 players here, though. And Nota still not able to do much. A single frag and a missed shot from the AWP. That might seal the deal. Hello? A jumping headshot from Zwei. Makazi, however, did the majority of the damage, has him running for the hills.
He's not going to get out of there, though, is he? They've already cut him off. Bit's hearing all of this, and just erratic spam. Doesn't want to go down, but Bit will take him, and that's everything. It's 1,900 loss coming into this next round to play.
What a pace change.
Yeah, and, that is a perfect knockout blow. It was even a 3-man B stack that they had to break through. So PVISION had a pretty good call to deal with that type of a play, but just couldn't connect the dots on the shot. Some good AWPing from Wonderful to clear this out. Even Jane rotating before the door smoke in. Wonderful ready for that. Bang. This is a game where we've exchanged pistols.
Well played. And you can see what it's done to PVISION. And oh, look at the call.
They're going to push up a tunnels. You don't start 4B like this if you're not going to push. They have to be pushing this.
Yeah, and it's going to be Imma's responsibility. The worst thing that could happen is Imma spots and notes you, and you get nothing. Suddenly, the reaction from Navi would be into a wide open A-bomb site.
They're actually going to try and reroute after starting 4B in case of the same move.
Okay, confirms one cat.
You need to start getting across to help out A. Fortunately, being given the time, so the good graces to move on over, as Wonderful's going to throw out a mid to B smoke. Cop some flak damage from that HE. You're in no rush if you're Navi. You know you have their money completely spoiled. And they're just staying strong on B. Well, again, it looks like the perfect call.
It does. It really does. This is impressive. You still need to hit the shots, though. Belchanok, ooh, quick reactions from Imma, but he commits through and Ziello hits it. There's a trade. Makaze down.
That's bomb
Multiple
again.
bodies and the bomb delivered. Okay, it's just going to be that fight on B. You got 2 through mid. Wonderful Zorpa upon the fade of the smoke will be able to chip in. It's away from CT upon that fade. It's coming now. They're going to be exposed. MP9, though, it's not the perfect weapon at this range from Zwei, but he still nails it long range. And another needed. Doesn't hit it. Alexi B going down and forcing Wonderful into a 1v2 for the game. They can just play together, play off of each other. The Deagle is the perfect weapon for the job if he could just hit the body shot onto Nota. He hasn't. 2 missed shots. Getting overrun. PVISION extend play. Impeccable. Impressive. We see more dust too. I thought that was surely going to be the last round of play.
Oof, okay. That is tough, isn't it? They get that initial kill. They go, that's one of the B defenders. Imma pushes in. I think he goes down to Ziello there, so that is the other B defender. They think, okay, if we just deal with him, that should be sight. Surely they haven't gamble stacked again. And unfortunately, Makaze trying to trade has the bomb in his back, loses that, and they have to commit to the mid to B split. Right there, I feel like Bit's going to think he's been sold a bit because the CT smoke fading, he dies to Zwei in the back. Alexi gets the trade, sure, but then at that point, he's swinging between those jewels.
It is impressive how quickly Zwei got it at that range with the MP9, so powerful gun in the right hands. Yeah, this was him, the trade attempt from Makaze, as you highlighted, that's bombed down.
I feel at that moment, they should have known there was 3 though, right? Because Imma saw a Doors player and he died from plat. So maybe just not processing the information quick enough, could have been erratic comms. It looks like they are going to take the save and buy for the final round, so...
The most nonchalant team in all of Counter-Strike, aren't they? Just like, oh, just won the most important round of the game. Not even a smile.
Blade took the final timeout for this, and they're faffing around a lot in spawn. I think it's probably just to cool them and say, boys, it doesn't matter what the scoreline is, just as long as we win.
Just need 1 round.
So they have a couple of investments. Something 1900 is the loss, so there was a couple of players who were quite low in terms of cash. A couple were quite high, and that's why we see Bit in with his hero AK, having a good game, 17 kills. 17 for Imma as well. It's James Orp at long that they have to deal with. Well, we've seen this flash before, but they play ahead of it, and the AK's gone already.
Yeah, that's not worked out for them. Alexi's going to be saying, I did just say I have a flash. It was the only thing I bought.
A couple of rounds where Bits looked a little bit frustrated with the play.
The boost might catch James. You'd have to nail the shadow. You can see what's up. Oh, he's worked it out. How cool. Minor detail, but yeah.
I feel if they get out long and Bit's alive, there's a chance for a couple of kills in this one, but right now it's going to be very tough to soften up the buy for the final round against PVISION.
Many bodies all the time in the right place and just shredding through them. Hang on. Couple of shots from the Makaze Deagle. Sprinkling a wonderful frag, and he's surely dead. They're going to double peek. Yeah. Threatening, no doubt about it.
Though, wasn't it?
Unrelenting from the CTs. They're just always just this pack. You find one. Wherever there's smoke, there's fire. Wherever there's 1, there's 4.
I didn't think they'd be able to get that many kills, so they have actually been able to soften up this buy somewhat. Are they able to get James the AWP?
Shots.
Was the AWP lost in the site here? Yeah, James doesn't have the AWP for the final round. Right, so actually decent damage.
Yeah.
Indeed. Two on two, essentially, for both teams. Lower tunnels garnered. Timing on this incendiary and HE could do some damage, and Wonderful spotted the doors cross. He'll be forced away. Going to be much tougher for James to play from A with just a rifle. Gambling B. It's paid off for them in a big round to keep them in the game. Another smoke deployed, this time towards bricks. And if it is just the full-on short execute with all the bells and whistles, James' rifling work is going to be put on full display here. With an AWP, you can find some lines. You can play retake. They're having to play heavy A.
Sway Goose, Jame Ramp. HE grenade does a lot of damage. Alexi B cut down. Brought by Sway's M4. It's wonderful. Removing Goose and then long wraps. Who's just caught, exposed and pantsed. And looks like NAVI in the last round of regulation have done enough to take PVISION's pick away. Especially now. Wonderful catches Nota and a second as well. 13-11. NAVI prevail map 1.
Alarm bells ringing now for PVISION. It's Anubis up next, and they took on Aurora in stage 1 and were blown out 13-5. Dust 2, it falls to the wayside to PVISION drop to the lower bracket. There's a whole lot of rounds of Counter-Strike away. Let's lock in and focus on this, as I can tell you PVISION are looking for something. They had 5 sets of Kevlar for a second. It's just changed. Nota's actually dropped a P250 to Jame. A smoke and a flash have come into the mix. And the bomb down towards T-Spawn is telling me this is not a quick round anymore.
Kaze going walking forward. This is what James hoping for. Hasn't actually peaked, so it's a free frag. Oh dear. Not a great start. I think Belchenok was operating under the assumption James had jiggled and confirmed that wasn't a threat. Now confirmation of multiple bodies has Imma in that new hole. So operating 4 on 5.
Yeah, and very split. Right, 2 over towards A main, 2 outside of B main. Nota's just floating in spawn. Now James looking for a fight.
You buy this P250 for this long range
Exactly.
fight.
Those are the type of jewels that you're hoping to take. So you're meant to dissuade them from this.
He's trying to count numbers. He spotted 2 and there's 3. Okay, so it's going to cost him his life, but
definitely
he does
accelerate
take
B
down
now.
and they will. So high alert for Wonderful. Oh, what a great shot from Akaze. Not letting off the gas, is he? Nails the headshot for number 2, but so does James. P250 starting a bit of a conversation about a clutch. Alexi B removes his support. Nota's gone, but James, fresh magazine, and 2 to find. Slipping quickly through E-Box. It's an opportunity. And yeah, it's just going to be overlooked by Jamie. Figured it would be clear. The timing from Bit's arrival makes it all too easy.
Okay, nice start. And good stuff from Makazi, right? I mentioned he hasn't played it in the NAVI main roster, but he's played it in the academy team. So we'll have to see how comfortable he's looking and what positions they opt for, right? He was pushing through Dark or E-Box or Connector, whatever you want to call it.
Look, Daddy Valve, keep fighting this, and I'm not going to argue.
Well, there's an electrical box in there, so I think that's...
and there are other connectors. I can't argue with that.
It's true.
Camera is a connector.
Those
Temple, quite a connector.
Yeah.
It connects things.
We'll give it to him with E-Box.
There's logic in it, and I'm going to try.
So the question is, who's going to play middle? It looks like Imma. So Makazi likely takes this E-Box position. Alexi is going to do what he was doing before, which was cover B main. Bit being the A anchor. So that's the change in the setup that we're seeing. I say change in the setup. First time they're playing it with the kid in the roster, so of course.
I mean, James Plant has enabled a couple of Desert Eagles. It's not going to be full Glico.
It is surprising, right, that they haven't gone for a force. Normally in these type of situations with the T's getting the bomb down, you get the Galils. But it looks like they want to buck that trend and go a little bit more standard, bring the rifles out into round number 3 where everyone can be fully equipped and Jane will be able to get himself the AWP. Now, we saw some cool stuff out of G2 when we covered their game a little bit earlier in the tournament. And it wasn't to do with using the new hole necessarily. It was just T-spawn instas to land over towards E-Box. And they were able to be a real nuisance all across the map off of some set pieces of util from spawn.
Wow, Bit is not playing scared as the egg anchor. It does mean he's going to be tested by these Desert Eagles, but makes it to the pillar and oh wow, that was all too easy. Shred through the unarmored T's. A third already on the tally.
Ace.
It could be another eco ace. Imma's already got one, but Wonderful is desperate to take a couple. Steals them away. Thank you very much.
All right, well, sharing is caring. Now, the guns do come out now. As mentioned, Jane will equip that AWP. It's going to be 3 AKs and a Galil for Belchenok. Now, the T-sign distribution that we did see from PVISION had Belchenok taking this A main control, and that's quite a tough spot with the different sets of util, and you're going to have to go up with an inform Bit on the other side. Zwei will be outside B main. Nota working for the mid control. Ziello working through connector, and then Jame here, there, and everywhere with the AWP on their default setups. That's a miss molly early that I've just heard.
Ooh, the jump spot.
The molly didn't land.
Him in, yeah. And it cost Jame his life. IEM already making use of the map changes.
Pretty weak start.
It certainly isn't filling us with confidence as to what to expect for the PVISION Anubis. Not too much time to add polish to it, is there? Oh, nice. From Sway shows his mechanical ability and a little cheeky boost. You don't get to see this too often.
No.
How does it work out for you? It doesn't.
Good info on two. Mid player and the B player, but still going to turn their attention. Sorry, A player, excuse me. They're going to turn their attention towards B.
Yeah, and it is going to be quite difficult for just Wonderful and Makaze. Oh, hello.
It's bomb.
Walking through. Timing, yep, into the site. Hectic. Swaya's second frag. Threatening from PVISION. Wonderful does very well, playing his life and also removing Belchinok of his. Double, never mind. I thought that was threatening. A 3v2 for PVISION, favoring them as they try and pincer in, but it's going to be NAVI weathering that first buy.
Okay, so now it's just going to have to be the partial. Don't think we have enough data at the moment to say how much this map has changed in terms of CTT side balance. I think there was some facet stats that were saying it's a little bit more even, but that's not going to be my litmus test for professional Counter-Strike by any stretch of the imagination. So Wonderful gets the AWP, thanks to Bit taking it off of James' corpse, and starting pretty staunch in middle, continuing to harass around the hole. Should we just call it window?
I think we should.
Okay, because hole is just...
It's
yuck.
And also I have a tendency to want to do wordplay and like silly double entendres, and there's too many there.
Well, let's just call it the window.
Well,
or gap. It could be gap.
People call the mid, like the left
window.
side of doors window.
Right.
So maybe we need another one.
Gap.
Ruins, broken, hole. Nope, sorry, we talked about
But it's
this.
like we tried to... You and I tried to fight Donut,
Yeah.
and Donut stuck.
Donut did stick.
Now, you know what is really good? Donut holes.
Donut holes are good.
Maybe it will just be hole.
Maybe.
Owner's Twitch chat will decide, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
All right, well, slow one. No contact taken just yet. They are going to look to...
Come on, though. Hole can't stick.
It might.
Oh, God. Pressure onto B here.
Missed the nade.
Didn't nail it. Didn't find the depth. Ooh, Alexi B's off angle gets them nothing, and now they've lost the site. It is one of the hardest bomb sites when 5 Ts converge upon it to defend, but doesn't even look like NAVI are going to give this a look in.
That's not what you're hoping for in that situation. That HE lands, it lands between 3 players. And then as they come teaming out of E-Box right there, you just mow them down and destroy them. So that key piece of utility there could have changed the outcome of the round, but very well done from Ziello there on the entry. They take their time, they crawl up, they pounce in, and you bang on, right? This is why the general consensus on this map is the CT's having to make some type of forward maneuvers. So 3-1 and a chance for PVISION to start getting working. All 5 staying alive, that's going to be a boon to the finances as well to carry. Blade want to take a timeout. I think those rounds happen in Counter-Strike, and oh, he actually does want to take the timeout. I thought, you know, you were just brushing away. You're going to lose rounds like that. Maybe they didn't follow through on something that they've been quite clear with within the boot camp. Gesticulating a lot there is Blade, so wanted to be a little bit more assertive. Talking directly to Makazi, so that B duo. A bit more work to do, so this is it, right? The nade, as we saw. Actually, the Obs team just not landing where it should have, and then this is great, isn't it? Just really using the Tech 9 to perfection. Like what I've seen from this kid. Right, obviously, back at the Major 2. There's some exciting players in this team. Can shoot very hard.
Especially, I think, Ziello's Tech 9. I've seen multiple impactful Tech 9 rounds. He's just a little beast, a little demon when he runs on in with that full momentum.
He says, Smoke, that's telling of some form of CT aggression. This time they will land the...
Oh, is he flashing for a bit to do something with this? He'll have a little look. After second, he hears rugs. He heard steps.
Emma could come out the window.
Will respect the flames. He's hoping to catch them as they drop. Good flash. He's not playing too scared. Go on, Bit. Backing his aim on this one. Oh, it's hectic. Imme manages to prevail. Belchanok again down. Rough start to the game for him. Imme with the opening. Bit's still got a full belt, so Imme can cheat away. They are heading his way, though.
Wonderful to see it.
Incendiary might be late. They're going to accelerate. Sway wants to drill, and he finds it. Oh, look at him go.
I've been on a save.
Precision.
Okay, just
slices into the sight.
Yeah, it's two different individuals now, as this will be the third. Just
delicious.
Explosive moments, right? This is 2 rounds back-to-back where it's explode and then the individuals putting their aim on display. So very well done as Alexia and Makazi hoping to save right now. And that was even after the opening kill into Belchanok.
Sway does look good in that PVISION jersey.
My big thought on the whole Zway situation is he was clearly a good player. We knew that from Namiga. That wasn't up for debate, but clearly wasn't working in the way that he was placed in Spirit. And now that he joins a team like PVISION, there's a whole level of stress that gets removed. He also had a lot of experience within those 6 months in Spirit. They win Cologne and Bounty, right? So he learned how to win, and he played with some of the best Counter-Strike players in the world. Now he's taken that to PVISION, who were already on the rise. We could already see we're well-drilled and hungry, and I think he's... Like, this is a stupid statement, but so much stronger than AW. I think he was the weakest link when we were casting the games for PVISION at the Major.
No, I do. I think Sway's addition is going to help them get more and more of those at W. Look at the second one. Yeah, deadly.
Hey, no, there's no smoke heaven. You should save, guys.
Yep.
It's not fucking nothing.
No. Yeah, even though Bit's been playing well, he's definitely shown some frustrations.
Yes, yeah. Cielo has been dispatched to stop him from occupying this powerful new angle.
And right now it is a pretty passive stance, right? So it's a 1-1-3. The lion's share over towards B. And normally, right, we're looking, okay, so what are the Ts doing? How are they maneuvering? What are they targeting? Now it's where is the CT aggressive maneuver? Where is the idea to try and find a pick or fight for some space? Nice nade. Damage. And follow-up incendiary forces Belchanok forward into baskets. They're all congregated right now. We saw Nota practicing these nades during the warm-up, so they should be good.
Oh dear, the A defense is going to be once again tested. He missed it. No nade for that heaven smoke. Wow, Imme just pulls the trigger while blind. He's had trouble finding the second, and same for Bit. Ziello bests him. Imme low HP, does well to provide a second as well for Na'Vi. Trying to keep this one competitive. With the difference once more on A. Kaze doesn't know it, but Nota right beneath him. Zway still alive and kicking, and wonderful his next victim. This is just multis on multis, triple on triple from Zway on A. And a wallbang connect for Makaze. He's going to be lucky if he gets away with that AWP. I think Zway's going to be in hot pursuit.
Yeah, you better run fast.
Oh, missed shot. Scary now. Throwing flashes at you, and he's got you booked. Zway with 4. So calm as PVISION collect.
So to think that this 3-round spread started on a partial buy with Ziello with the double Tech 9, and now they're really starting to lay down the law. You can see Bit understanding he needs to get in the site and be able to fight forward with Imme there, because once established, this is going to be tough to retake. So it is going to have to be a change coming forward for Na'Vi. They might need to start going more aggressive. It was a good combo of utility to slow down that main control, but once they have it, the execute and the aim on display is just winning the rounds. So Hero Warp in the mix of this. I wonder if we're just hoping to get a contact on B main.
Yeah, I mean, look at the bomb. It's in spawn.
I think in the context of losing that light buy, right, that should have been 4 guaranteed, which for the CT side is great. Yeah, ready for this. It's an old trick that we've seen used plenty of times on Anubis. Of course, it's going to be brought back in.
Sway's looking very comfortable on Anubis.
He is indeed. It's A map for him right now.
All of his old pre-aims, they're all working just as well. Catches the AWPer going for that aggressive boost and attacked a bit that likely will be finished off momentarily. They'll evacuate, and all they have, NAVI that is, as far as an A defense goes, is IEM. A smoke grenade and a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, this would have to be absolutely bonkers. So they are just... Oh, Alexi's over in time, but he should be smoked off.
Smoke broken. IEM needs the first, and he hasn't found that headshot. Alexi V hasn't found that AWP shot as well. Second time's the charm, but not known to be an AWPer is Alexi. And he's going to be swung on. Caught out by that extra bigger box. AWP lost.
Yeah, a couple of big misses there as Jen will punch in the code. And Makazi will see if he can find anything. So that's going to be 4-3.
So, I mean, we've already seen evidence now from PVISION that they can exec A and they can exec B successfully.
I think the conditioning now of the A-bomb site is the concerning part because the ramifications of that down the stretch, this is why I'm talking about them potentially going more aggressive. And we've already seen both Bit and IEM try plays where they're stalling Canal or Bit's aggressive in A-main looking for fights. So do you bring the AWP over? But one of the problems with the toolbox is replacement. You can no longer play the setup where you have a player fountain watching middle. And that line has been removed. So you have to play those setups a little bit differently. So what solutions do they have in mind? Timeout taken. Number 2 from Blade.
It's crazy that he's pre-aiming the boost. Just the boost, just for that head. It's an insane angle.
And it's not uncommon to see coaches use all 3 tactical timeouts in the first half of this map, right? So with number 2 coming in to start off round number 8, if Blade doesn't get what he's looking for in the next few, he might even take one on the final round to guarantee 4 into the halftime break. Remember, they did the hard work. They stunted PVISION on Dust 2. So good game planning from both teams. Now on Anuba's making it look like a bit of an execute simulator. You want a chance to test your setups? Well, right here is a great opportunity for that. So T-Stairs smoke deployed. 3B start. Oh, okay. This is a smoker that's been thrown by the CTs for IEM to play around.
Smoke break and able to tuck on the stairs side.
We thought this was going to start to become like the clear response, right? If they are going to molly the hole and nade it, we'll throw a smoke so we can play around. And they are trying to find a pick in this opening. And this time, Navi will be giving over A-main control. Bit's not playing close, not playing to exchange utility, essentially playing a retake setup.
They haven't nailed that heaven smoke. Signs of the new addition still being unfamiliar. And that might actually force James to call something different. Maybe they really needed that heaven smoke for their conditioning.
This is the problem, though. The A-bomb site is going to be skittish because those executes have worked so easily. So they're playing 3A now. They have to win out this fight against Belchnock. If he gets 1, I think it's still round 1.
I don't even know if that flash is going to go deep enough. Oh, Alexi doesn't throw it. They're just going to clear through. Belchnock gets it. Oh, no! Navi's A-site aggressions this time thwarted. And Alexi, they know someone threw that nade. Where is he? Found him now, and Jame will receive him. Job done. Round 1. PVISION's T-side. Picking themselves up a 5th.
A bit of a clinic right now, and it was a double pump, right? So they throw out the util. They're trying to bait the nades out of Navi. They also get a reaction, and then they can just snap in again with that second wave. Simple stuff, as it will now be 5-3.
And we do have to, as you already have mentioned once, remember the T-side bias.
I think it's good signs, though, to see this out of PVISION so far. Just reflecting on their game.
How bad was the Aurora one? It was bad, right?
13-5.
Yeah, 13-5.
But Aurora are Anuba specialists, right? So that is something that I imagine in Turkey was celebrated, right? A bit of a public holiday in that regard.
That's the dream for the Belchnock position, isn't it? Just like a drive fight like that.
This is already 2 more rounds. Well, Blade looking quizzical about things.
Oh, there is so many Blade gifs to be made in that one clip.
Oh, that's great.
Someone get cooking.
Get that on socials.
Yeah.
PVISION against Aurora, 1 pistol, 1 the follow-up, and only won 1 more T-side round. So they've already done 2 rounds better than that.
Okay, James, love that. He gets a little deeper, doesn't stay on the stairs, and has enough time to react to the circle straight from, oh, you're dead. Alexi's dead. Ooh, he's definitely going down. It's the yellow that finds him. Wow. That's one way to find the B site quick. Yeah. Makaze goes looking for answers, gets an AWP bullet, and then Alexi suddenly 1 versus 4.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Does Blade burn that 3rd tactical timeout?
I just want a Blade cam at all times, to be honest with you.
They can give you that.
Jesus, that was quick.
It's going to be a rifle round into the next, right? This was just the saves, and what can they hold on this time? Am I trying to get away with an AK? It's just wonderful with the AWP. Bit might want to act as a bit of a bodyguard for this. Now, this is where we get to see how important Blade thinks these rounds are. It's a flick up from Wonderful. Gets the tag. There's 2 smokes deployed. You know where both players are now.
Nice. You survive with your AWP and your M4. Wait. No.
He only had a 5.7, but that's right. They're buying now anyway.
I just saw Makaze bought that M4 on the first tick of the new round. Tripped me out.
So not going to take the timeout yet, right? Going to allow them to play a couple of these CT rounds, see if they can piece it together. I think 8-4 at the half, that's very workable. So just need 1 more round. It's just unfortunate, I think, if you're NAVI, you know you should have had it sooner than this.
Yeah.
Wonderful's going to start the AWP over towards A. So there's the change, right? To try and keep them away. Not hyper-aggressive, just playing from Fountain. And, well, after all those A executes earlier in the piece, now they're hitting B. Looks simple, doesn't it?
Straight burrows in, Ziello, Belchanok.
Oh my god.
Next to Makaze, Alexi, B goes down. Can't find the double on the spray, but Ime can. Lovely delivery of the bomb to his front door, and James unable to find that immediate trade. Gonna go for a quick scope. Doesn't hit the shot, weathers the flame for 40 damage, and yeah, Wonderful puts a cherry on it. There's the 4th, and you can see that Blade celebrates that as though it's the end of the half. He knows that that's already the minimum met.
Yeah, I think if you're PVISION in that situation, you're hoping they're playing heavy towards mid or towards A, right? Because they've had such an issue being able to deal with that round after round, and you're trying to catch them on the timing right now. As soon as Alexi springs to action, your thought is it's only 2 players here, we just need to find the other, and we're going to be all good. But it was Imma, the 3rd piece, unexpected as the mid defender, and they've outread them. That's something that James does very well with the gambles. And they're running the same setup. Same setup again. Obviously different positions on the B bomb site, but in terms of personnel, it's Wonderful Fountain, bit tending to mid, also going to help Wonderful on A. Noda, though, on a bit of a crawl, so he will be able to get this space essentially for free. No one is tending to this whatsoever.
Is Bit just playing the pixel angle? Yeah, okay.
There's no way you're pre-aiming that.
No, sir. So he's just playing for info on the cross, basically, so you don't get flanked temple.
Oh, they need to apply... Oh, he's heard him drop. And he's cross. Yeah. I don't think they know about this.
Yep, no. 3 players not acting like Temple's a threat. And Nota's going to slink all the way through Spawn. I love this from Nota. Iman now tending to the possibility with his knife out, which is a clear indicator that that gap is not acknowledged. A B finish with the flank from Nota. This is going to be horrible. Gets Makaze down. Alexi forced to react as they come through B main and E-box simultaneously. Good find, though, from Ime.
There's a chance.
He reacts well. Sway eats the flash. How's he won that? He was full blind. We saw it from his POV. Bomb going down. Belchanok's ready on the jiggle. Confirms Ime's closed that gap. And now what? Couple of bullets. Hopes for the reaction and trade it out. 2 on 3 with low HP.
It's around the world. He has to find James to give this one a chance. Jay might not expect this angle.
Still seems pretty good. Wonderful. Gets him onto Ziello. Just crab walks in.
James off the line now.
Yeah, he's distracted by the temple frag. This is where you want Bit to play. And he will. James absolutely unprepared for this. Headshot provided, now just up to Zway. He's already up to no good. Top of the tables and a clutch denied by Bit.
Oof, that one means a lot. 5 now CT side. That is huge.
That was really close, down to the wire as well. But considering how the gap was found and still NAVI prevail, that is a testament to the individuals. They've done very well there, despite Zway's best efforts.
Yeah, Emma putting a lid on Noda very quick does allow them to focus forward and clears the rats out of the system, right? So this one again, block smoke comes in. There's the flash. Sway, what a frag that was. Okay, final round, first half. Will we be tied up or do PVISION take the lead? Now they've reset, standard 2-1-2.
Hey man, that's what they were waiting for. There is, of course, the punish potential from Makazi, but he's actually just going to stick around in the smoke. Doesn't want to risk giving up a 5v3. As the 2 bullets do find him. That flash was perfect. Bit gets a full 2-second flash in his face.
It feels like they will be conceding the 7th, doesn't it?
Certainly starts that way.
They're going to cycle through the smokes pretty damn quickly. We got one on Alexi, one on Bip.
Oh, is this going to be a play? Makazi just playing the fade.
We'll have to look into the wall on the fade and the barrel will just be sticking out. Oh, never mind, Alexi's there, so the 2 of them were taking the duel.
Yeah, fights all over the shop upon the fades of the smokes. NAVI prevail. Oh, wonderful 2. That's a bonus. Nota was trying for the trade now. Disadvantage.
Jame will have the rotation, but where does Way finish? It doesn't have to be A. There's still plenty of time. 40 seconds, either side open.
This is a nice partnership. Jame and Zway, they've got this is in their wheelhouse.
It's one of the beat of... Ooh, timing!
Oh, it's a cruel, cruel mistress at times, huh?
Okay, Zway in a 1v3 to get 7 for the half.
No idea that he's got the time to plant. The fake will buy a little extra time to close the gap as the bomb gets planted.
He's been hitting bangers.
He certainly has. He has looked robotic and incredibly comfortable on Anubis, but a 1v3 to give your team the lead, a necessary lead when you're a map down. Opening game of stage 2 for IEM Kraków. All 3 audible. Wonderful posted. This is not going to be easy. Peeks in, nails it! Nails it with 2! Sprays him on down, number 3 comes in, and Alexi B, a 5-second defuse. He's not sure he's got it. He's not sure. NAVI taking in the last milliseconds. A 6-6 half. Stay tuned for more Anubis.
Taking over control, can you feel it? Our body's moving closer, is it real? Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Baby, can you feel me? Can we try it? I'm ready to move for the night, yeah. Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Taking over control, can you feel
Second defuse. Sway, 2 of the 3 in a 1-on-3 clutch that would have given PVISION the necessary 7. That's in air quotes. Is it necessary? We're going to find out together. Na'Vi taking down Dust 2, PVISION's pick. Look at this. Last frame of color I could see on the bar. And Sway denied what would have been a very impactful clutch. He's been looking great on Anubis, but we return with the swap of the sides. CT side Anubis can be difficult. Na'Vi managed to keep it level, though.
Yeah, it started strong and closed that way, too. 3 with the pistol and conversions, then 3 straight rifle rounds, so very good work from Na'Vi. Odds are blown out in their favor. Now it's PVISION's turn to defend.
And the same plan. Wonderful on that P250 for this exact long-range engagement. Ziello's getting pushy.
This is a gap that Emma was meant to be tending to on a timing.
Oh, dear. They're going to be lining up nades. You're going to lose that full belt on Wonderful if he gets this tap.
Oh, he's going to be spewing.
Yeah, this is going to be frustrating. Well, he still gets the smoke at least. Gets some value. Notice at the back of Cake. Good support. Good frags. PVISION 3. 1 back from Bit. Still feels like this is a necessary pistol for PVISION. You've done all the hard work. Now you can't fall to Bit in any way, shape or form. He's got no bullets. He's got no chance. And no head.
Emma's late to the party.
Incredibly, yeah. And Emma's feeling a bit hot under the collar after that gap being exploited. Just a tap to the back of the head of Wonderful secures the round for PVISION. Just like that.
Okay, well, right there, it's simple, isn't it? They find the gap. It means that they're able to stack the site. And for Na'Vi, they're already committed because some of the util's in the air, right? If that kill comes in before the nade's thrown, they turn around, they fight Ziello, and it's a completely different round. As soon as this is released, it's a jump scare for Wonderful within that moment. They're running in, and everybody is just ready to stand and deliver for PVISION. Na'Vi, no plant, no force. It will just be the eco with a deagle for Wonderful and Bit. Just have to laugh that one off. So they will be able to get this CT side going, and this should be a relatively clean round. And it did come down to some gamble stacks or reads. You can frame it either way you want from Na'Vi to have the pieces in the place, or the right place, excuse me, to find that extra trade and subvert the expectation of PVISION in different scenarios. And we know that James also likes to make calls like that. So if he's reading the play quite well on the CT side, there's no reason PVISION can't push this to Ancient as the third decider as we see the boost mantled upon. Just going to try everything they can. At a minimum, make sure PVISION go through their nades. Now, winner of this will take on winner of Astralis versus Spirit, which is our next game on the A stream. And I think to round out the day, it's going to be Vitality versus BC Game. Simple versus Zaiwu. I think the name value is what excites people, but the reality of that could be a completely different picture. As the Farm Fest on B. So they're going to keep all 5 alive. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, Astralis Spirit's going to be an interesting one. Spoke to Donk yesterday. He didn't have much to say, but he did say he will fuck them.
Okay.
So
did he do 6-7?
He did do 6-7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it is actually 6-8 now here live and on Anubis.
Okay, so they had 2 SMGs there, but they've only held on to 1. Timeout taken. This one called by Dustin. First from PVISION. We saw him make a similar call back on Dust 2. That was when they were going up against what I assume he thought was going to be a force buy, but it was just a scout and a deagle. They got some decent value out of that. He knows the importance of these rounds early, making sure they're not fumbling in scenarios like this. James is already able to bring out the AWP, so that is a discrepancy right now in the buys. James has a good spawn over towards B if he wanted to try and go for a E-box pick. And Alex gets ever closer to the monitor to see if he can read some of Blade's notes. His are essays. Some people's are more like picture books, but Blade's got a lot written down.
Yeah. Just got to read your paragraph for each map.
So right now, Na'Vi would be on script in terms of whatever round that they're going to approach this one with. Deep E-box smoke lobbed in early from Makazi. Nade And a molly in the hole.
It's sticking.
I think it has to. Held at bay by this smoke. They already had the boost up to try and see over this, but
Oops.
it would need to be a little bit deeper to give them the line of sight that I think Wonderful would be hoping for.
The harass nades as well, the opportunities opened up by the hole.
Restraint on utility right now will be key for PVISION, and NAVI aren't doing anything to make them feel too threatened at the moment.
Well, that's the first step towards some map control, as Yellow will concede, tuck into the temple angle and hold for the camera cross. The T's have smoked camera though, so now as Yellow realizes they might be coming my way and tries to find a better vantage.
Good weapon for the job, isn't it?
It is, but I can't help but feel it's a pre-aim that Alexi and Makaze will be well drilled on. Did he catch a whiff? Yes, he did. Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate on the timing there as Yellow gets brought down. And if Immer wins it, which he has, it puts it all onto his way once more. Great Anubis, but not so lucky with the wonderful flank. Lovely round of Counter-Strike put together by NAVI.
Oh, now it's about hunting this AWP. You know, James, last man standing. If they can rip this one off the ball with the loss bonus only 1,400, the threats are going to be a whole lot more limited going into the next.
Really nice.
James starting to path towards the bomb, so maybe he's trying to hide in plain sight. Alexi was the only one tending to the site. James doesn't have a kit. Oh, he's going to be a dead man. Barrel spotted. Alexi should finish this one off. Skittish now, and there you have it. Okay, all 5.
Do you want to? Yes, thank you.
This is a tough spot now for PVISION. There's 5.3 on Zelo, 3.8 on Nota, 3.8 on Zwei, 3.8 on Belchenok. So they can buy. It's a very good entry. Important kill. And then I love it, right? They don't all try and swarm through Temple. Wonderful goes the long way around. Could also cut off rotations back through Beach.
But it just,
makes it so much easier coming out of Temple, right? Don't have to worry about that CT spawn side.
And just having it still be main.
Nota's just got, sorry. I say Zelo's got some Sanji treatment. He's dropped Jame the AWP, and he's just gone with a P250.
Yo.
So they might not be expecting this.
Yeah, you're right. This is all for this fight right here. Wonderful was not ready for a rival AWP, posted up on Temple. Do you scrap your plans? Or do you commit regardless? That's a well-placed grenade. Sure, an opening kill. And yes, an unarmored P250 is somewhere on this map, but I'm curious to see how NAVI react to this info. Hey!
Just keep moving, Jame.
Oh man, this is a little Jame masterclass here on display.
Open 101. They're going to try and brute force B. James back in time.
Just in time for Bit to put down the AWP threat. Zwei finding damage onto Immer, and they are pushing through that con, or E-box rather. Makaze getting the frag. It's all shaping up nicely for NAVI to resuscitate hope with the
gap here.
Planted. Belchenok's definitely got a little room to walk on out. He might try and catch the exit of the planter. He's all alone though. Platform, first frag, looking for the second as well. Knows the last is hiding in that smoke somewhere. Oh, he had the chance, had the duel. Immer wins it out though, and a little sigh of relief for NAVI.
That's a bank buster right there. No money now.
Oh, James did so much.
Yeah.
That'd be frustrating round to lose.
I guess, you know, as he's rotating back in, the smoke's just faded. Shake of the head there from Dustan. This was the best chance. You get a free opener like this against the rival AWPer. You repos. You get another. And it's not enough, so that is a very nice round from NAVI. That's similar to the 3v5 they had on the B-bomb site on Dust 2.
Right.
But this one was harder because they weren't even in the site yet. So just these USPs and a flash. Huge nade onto his way. 18 kills. He's been putting his aim on display. Now that they've started to rout elsewhere, this one no longer feels like it has any chance of being threatening. So the moving of the pieces throughout this match has been quite exciting. Now something to activate for main control, but there's nobody who's going to be too bothered by this. Wonderful gets flashed, he can just dip away. They might try and chase him down, but he can gallivant all the way into T-spawn. The support should get there. He's still... Oh, okay, hold up.
That's a very, very narrow timing that they've managed to hit.
He's aware that they've pushed. Now he's scampering back. I think he wanted to see if he could get something, but look at this. If you just keep tucking back, he can take an angle drop back. Right now, this is great. It's Eeks, but he's not going to give the AWP over for free.
Nice confirmation from him. Spotted maybe 2 there. And he'll find his way charging through spawn.
Jame will be out of glass cannon next round.
Which, knowing Jame, he likely will adopt.
This is one of those teams that you just hate to play against. They're not even giving you the extra $300 per kill against their USPs. Right? They have nothing to gain other than not giving you anything.
Yeah.
Right? And that is
a win in itself.
It feels petty.
It does.
I think he plays like middle, bro. Not the heights like he's doing now.
Will Jane bring out the AWP? He's considering his options right now, has 4.8 when the rest of his team have all bought up. Okay, we'll just go rifle. So has this gotten away from PVISION? I understand it just shows as a one-round game, but again, still going to play out as a T-sided map, at least in the early stages, unless we see a bit of a CT masterclass.
Confirmation of the AWP's location. Cielo gets that. Belchnock's going to play ahead of that T-Smoke A main.
Surely you don't risk this around the smoke. There's no need, right? You may as well just continue to wait out nades, continue to relay to Alexi. Okay, 1 smoke mid, 1 smoke A main. That's fading now. They just smoked E-box. That's 3 of the 5 smokes already gone, and there's 1:20 on the clock. So you continue to apply light pressure. Don't give away a kill. You can win the U2 warp, and that'll set you up nicely. Good flash.
Perfect flash to get Alexi in control, and now Yellow's immediately under so much spam and scrutiny. He needs help, and Belchnock's the one to answer the call. Couple of flashes for a peek, and wow, it connects onto Wonderful.
Ink as well, huge value.
Yeah, they've done well to get something out of that rather difficult position. The swing on now, Mikaze's done well to spray down 1, but the trade is immediate from James' rifle.
Okay, so both players on low HP on either side have done a great job.
The Imma Zwei B Anchor versus B Lurk has been an interesting exchange. By just smoking E-box, that's maybe given Imma an idea as to where he's positioned. Looks like James going to return.
It's all timing.
Yeah,
Saw his arm.
Yeah, that's enough info for James.
And Imma shot, so is he trying to sell a fake? Yes. Playing through mid.
Catch Belchnock, just immediately move it from camera through the fire. Costs him a great deal of health.
Lexi drops another one. There's no way in here for James, and they know that there's still the potential for the Imma lurk.
He's made good time. Like, he's actually going to be able to stop Zwei on the A main.
It's a flank on a flank.
Yeah.
Imma's flanking Zwei, James flanking Imma.
And Zwei's actually waiting for this to occur.
Oh, and Imma's heard top mid.
He heard the James steps, which fakes him out and keeps Zwei with a chance.
That's rounds.
Yep, that is going to be the double digits reached. James manages to get his hands on an AWP from Wonderful's corpse. So something out of that. I did like the Belchnock flashbang play to get Cielo out of what was a very compromised position in middle. But it's not going to translate into anything.
Imma's going to get the information that the AWP is gone. So at least they'll be informed into the next round that has been snatched away. And as they try as they might, they're going to have to hunt him. Can't get too close to that radius of the bomb. So James will be able to maintain this pickup. Can it be the changer of the tide in this one?
Very good.
Very good. Yes, indeed. That's 4 straight rounds. And PVISION, as mentioned, if they do drop this one, they will play the loser of Spirit versus Astralis. You think you'd have them favored in the match against Astralis, but you never know what's possible here at IEM Kraków. So Blade's actually taken the 30 seconds. That'll give Dustin the same opportunity. And when you have this saved AWP, it essentially 30 more seconds to come up with some ideas on how you want to open. And we've already seen them have an AWP that wasn't expected by NAVI, and he found 2 picks that didn't turn out being enough. So there's the AWP with a couple of 5.7s invested so far. Cielo and Nota can both grab, and they're also getting smoke. So right now, it feels like PVISION, their whole job is going to be to channel them likely into James' AWP while he looks for fights.
Yeah. Another mission of this 5-smoke strategy is going to be to try and hold on to it and get that info safely.
I'm curious though, NAVI, tail end of Dust 2, did that B execute where they really punished, right? And they tried to play again into a stack and they got run over. But I wonder if Blade's saying, hey, let's not play their game. Let's not let them chat. Like, even if they smoke block us, let's break and let's go through. Let's try and brute force this.
Already love this. Like, they've used their opening moves to immediately disrespect the stairs smoke, say we don't care, you can run at us if you want. And then throw this deep pressure A main smoke that forces the A anchor to either commit or concede. A single smoke and a single flash, and now they have baskets control.
Yeah, they've leave Belchenok on an island in a lot of these situations. That's what's happening when you're anchoring some of these sites. James having a search now.
Oh, does he get an angle from there? Just about, but Wonderful has departed.
Belchenok has support now. Yellow's cheated over to assist him. He also has a smoke, so that early pressure only really burnt one. Lurk smoke on B, another question for PVISION to have to worry about.
James, he's going to feel the pressure of mid. Whoa, way through the flames, that's James. A new flavor brought into the server. Got to admire that as he bangs his head on the way in to camera for safety.
Oh, and even Nade's trying to chase him. James heading for the hills.
So he's pushed B. He's not going to find anything immediately, but at least he can inform that only one avenue to B is open.
James thinks they're going to head back through E-Box to the B site right now, but they need to get past Belchenok as there you go. Zwei activates. Another frag. They're forced into A now.
Yeah, this is shaping up nicely.
They are. They're going back. James here with the AWP.
James already read it like a book. He's in the right position. Sure, you got the low HP, but you can still pull the trigger. Catch his bit swinging. He knows there's more. Ooh, okay. Makaze gets him down, but they're already rotated in. Nice shot. Not ready for Zwei. Wonderful in the clutch, but denied. Quick, precise headshot from Zwei. Mission accomplished. Sigh of relief. PVISION, they break their silence after a 4-round run from NAVI.
Yeah, you feel that if James going to force that opening like he did, he understands he can't just sit back and play passive. So this is the rounds where the AWPs are in play, and he's really able to be such a nuisance, hanging around. You think Alexi should have the trade in this situation, but going for the wall bang instead of just swinging for the fight. I don't think James knew that he had pathed close because of all the sound cues that were going off with the util. Still money for a NAVI buy.
That's what I say when I'm ordering him an ice cream.
With a flake, please. James setting A with the AWP this time. And he's already starting to rotate away. This looks a little bit more direct, I'd say, from NAVI. They've been able to get...
Ooh, wow, this is an awful lot of space for Makaze.
Yeah, they're in
any
quick.
resistance.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, you know it's a retake setup, so use your util accordingly.
They're just hoping to win this duel on the cross, but they're not doing it dry. They're going to cross their T's. They're going to dot their I's.
You can't plant default. You might get wallbanged by James here.
That's true. Makaze already catching some flack. Big barrage of util to try and make this uncomfortable for NAVI. Temple smoked.
Yellow's on a flank.
Behind it. Yellow is flanking. The bomb has just rounded the corner now. Alexi B, do you get dunked on here? So some damage dealt. Is ringing. Flank is still flanking. Retake B. How does this go? Trying to delay. Missed Molotov thrown out. So comfortable for NAVI, especially now. It's Yellow removing Ime. Zwei strides forward, looking to take the next fight. They double swing, and it's just a catastrophe for NAVI. How easy is that? Everyone strikes in unison, and we're all tied up 10-10.
Okay, they gave them the side. They played retake in that situation. Yellow was behind so early, but he knows that if he plays first and he goes down, there is no pressure coming from B main. He waits until his teammates start to initiate, gets the duel against Ime, and wins it out extremely late. This is the fight that makes it all possible. As soon as this happens, the setup, the post plant, it's rubbish, right? You're so worried, everybody's concerned about the possibility of that flank.
Sorry, I'm not laughing. It's like Schadenfreude, I suppose. It is. It's just.
This is it. The setup was no good, right? And they knew for a good 20 seconds that it was a retake setup. They didn't take any initiative to take any space, try and get a fight together. They just sat on the site and were allowing the retake to come in.
Look at this. Yellow really is aware that mid often bit free. Bang! Oof! Alexi 30. Makaze 60.
I guess there's another consideration is with the change of the window or the hole,
You can't just go for those
You can't watch it
strolls.
from water, and
Yeah.
you know, so
It does force the T's to actually hold.
be
for
active.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. James again with his peek in. This time Wonderful's holding for that. And Makaze quite quick to this. Yellow, what's your reaction? Incendiary gonna try and stop them getting through camera. Makaze ready to react, and so are PVISION. You can see the rotation was quite fierce. They've called one off though. Concerned about the pivot to B, and they're actually ahead of the curve here. The smoke fades now, and they've got 3 bodies on site. They're in the right place again.
Does
Jack.
Alexi play for info, or does he just value his life and be a late lurk, right? If he starts going to A, he could call it clear, but he's not. They're letting Con play first.
Yeah, but this is where Zwei is in the perfect position. You've got to swing through, and Zwei will win that duel. Bit needs the trade, and the headshot's there. Just puts his head in the vice. Zwei slams it shut.
It's just Imma. Remember, Alexi's disconnected. There's 15 seconds left now.
Yeah, you got to hurry this up. Zwei has cover. The flank from Legs. He does connect. It's into the 1v1, but time.
He's gotta run.
He's just got to run. Knife out, and he wins it. Running away. Happy to turn tail. James screams at him, just keep running. Just keep swimming. And it's an 11th. The lead secured by PVISION. This Anubis definitely has looked a little tighter than it did up against Aurora.
Okay, well, they have bounced back, and they've also baffled NAVI in the finals. Remember, Blades used all tactical timeouts, so at this point, he's not in a position to call the pause and try and readjust things. And they've had rounds that they should have won so far. So that's going to have the frustrations breeding within the team. It's too late to the party, right? They didn't go for an info play. They thought they could just trade their way into the site. It's Zwei again with the multi.
Setup was sound as well. If Zwei does go down, the trade was almost a guarantee.
Ace on this one.
Oh yeah, Tech 9s. What, through the mid smoke?
They're dropping down the window.
Interesting. Mid to Con.
Well, they've got the space early. That will apply a bit more pressure, but these rounds have been won by the stacks. By PVISION having the right pieces in the right place at the right time. And you pick this as a punish. Well, right now,
You're the ones in trouble.
well, and you're starting to feel Ancients just around the corner. This is a partial buy full into the next. So you're not giving it over 12, but you have a tough time winning this one. Is Nota now the man to take some space? I think they were fed up of Zelo going for these walks on middle, so NAVI, they shoved early. B space taken, and another great read of the scenario based off of the info presented. They've got 3 players on site to deal with this.
Yeah, and Ziello hears them, confirms multiple bodies. He's ready to swing on out and engage, and just like that, NAVI collapse. Just one discrepancy in the wonderful Desert Eagle. 12 on the board. Ancient a round away. No problem. You can't win Dust 2. You'll just take NAVI's map pick away from them.
This has been a great game, right? From a macro perspective and individually right now, Zwei's putting on a show, 24 frags. You got Zillow up to 17. Those two looking very sharp. Dust 2 was a 13-11 scoreline. That's NAVI snatching it away and pushing it to this. Now, NAVI need to win 2 straight to take us to OT, or this one is done.
Still compromises in the buy for the last, or what potentially last round. Flush isn't going to catch him. Oh, he gets at least the one. So Ziello gets his. Mid's going to force a reaction. Zwei, Nota all partnering up. Look at this quick reaction from PVISION. They completely
These gambles
vacate
are
the
insane,
B-side.
right? They're so mental. They're just constantly these moving pieces.
Oh, he's going to swing into them. He's not ready for so many, but the flash from Wonderful enables him to get away. A dink from James.
Zwei's going to be back to be in time, but he's in this retake position from long again. Wonderful can smoke this off, but maybe he prioritizes Temple.
Incendiary, block smoke. They're in and they'll punish. Gets caught throwing a third
Huge round
piece of
from Makaze.
utility. Yeah, Makaze. 3 frags deep on the Galil.
To give this one a look, there's residual cash on everybody for PVISION. Loss bonus has been reset for them down to 1,400, and you can force NAVI to have a bad buy for the final round if you take away a couple more guns. So maybe that's on the agenda as James picks up an AK.
Yeah, they want to try and weaken the numbers. Not the round per se, but Belchenok doing his best to try and keep boots planted, have Na'Vi close to that bomb.
It also means you're less comfortable in that site to go around and pick up better guns, get away from these Galils, see what else you're able to carry through.
James is going to sit here and listen for anyone trying to exit water, but it does seem like Na'Vi have found the safest exit possible.
Great round from Makazi, right? When they let him off the leash, go for that aggressive maneuver, he trades Alexi and then gets a couple more. Blade knows they can push this to overtime and then they can reset, but they need to do that again. Double orbs. Bit of a change right now in the defense ways, bringing out the secondary AWP. They haven't had to deal with this so far, Na'Vi, so a big change for the final round, or what could be.
So the second orb's going to be just playing for that catch on an Imma or a Wonderful.
I feel like he should be good for the first kill his way.
Yeah, depends how diligent Imma is. Whoa! Quick reactions, but the trade should be there. He gets brought down by Imma. Good from Ziello. A double kill to keep it level.
2v2.
Yeah, you get the bomb across. That's huge from Alexi. Beats the timing of the arrival of Jame and his AWP. It's going to be up to Belchenok and Jame to secure access to Ancient. Their opening stage 2 game goes to OT map 2.
All right, well, they're definitely giving this one a go. Kits on both of them, smokes for the bomb.
Alexi B and Bit both doubling up in E-Box. Bit here's the both. He'll swing on out, just catches Belchenok unawares, and Jame managing to make it a 1v1. Does he anticipate Alexi doubling up with his teammate? He certainly does with a smoke like that. Fakes it, shoots him, misses! OT secure! That comes down to the finest of margins!
Okay, well, staying in it, still believing it. Na'Vi, they've pushed this one to the limit. Now we reset. There have been some tense moments, and both of these moments in maps from back-to-back have come down in the final stages. Final rounds, you think about first half of this one, Zwei in a 1v3. This one comes down to a 1v1. It gets tense.
All right, round 25.
I don't think we'll see them go the double orbs again. It was still a nice shot from Zwei, but it's that kill instantly onto Nota coming through E-Box that...
Yeah, Makaze again.
Fast through
nade. Ziello's going to be feeling pressure. Nice spam. Does significant damage to Alexi B. Unconfirmed. The nade might be threatening, I say, as it doesn't quite nail it.
This is different.
This is very different. Hang on a second. So, James taking his orb. Set up a main. The flash doesn't matter if he still pulls the trigger. So an aggressive A start works out, bears fruit.
Who makes the move? Alexi's pressed forward. He has Zillow on the fade of this smoke right now.
Alexi. Yeah, not going to be caught too far off guard. The nade softening him up enough, and Imma catching the swing back from Nota, trying to leave and depart E-Box. So you know that Zwei is on site.
Belchenok's here as well.
You've got 50 seconds, and you're already threatening. You're puffing up your chest. You're not rushing the finish, though, are you, with Makaze maneuvering that bomb away?
Do they really go into this AWP?
It's hard to see or envision a world where Jame can repel what will be 3 channeling into the A site. Wonderful trying to sell B. Trying to keep Belchenok there. He is starting to depart. James asking for backup. And how about 2 for 1 then? Wonderful's got B though. The reaction was perfect. They can pivot.
Loose, it's over.
Oh, they can't pivot. They can't.
Every time they seem to go into Jame, he's hitting these round-winning kills. He's only got 16 in total, but he's such a nuisance, this man.
How has he done that, man?
The pathing on the way in, they line up, the double given over, and thank you very much.
Counter-terrorists win.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal from Jame. It had to be that perfect timing just as they're like on top of each other trying to pressure the site.
Well, he gets this opening one completely blind, right? And that flash also hits Belchenok, so the sound cue lets them know there's 2 there. And it's that's it. That's round in that moment. Like, they just line up on the space and there's no way to get away. Belchenok's already there to plug the gap.
Didn't catch Belchenok onto Immer. That was the one that spooked me.
I thought we weren't going to see the double AWP again. Zwei bought into it, is he? Yeah, he is. Okay. So he's going to bring out the double AWP again.
I just saw James using it to round-winning success. It's incredible to see that PVISION's Anubis has already certainly improved.
This is what I would have used the entire off day for.
Yeah.
Right? Everything else is pretty sound. You have a really strong fundamental base. You've been playing it at Bounty. You got a lot of reps in there. This is just, all right, let's mix things up a bit, shall we?
Yeah. NAVI definitely being put through their paces on their pick.
It's also risky for NAVI, right? This is freshly introduced to the map pool. This is their first games on land for the season. We haven't seen them play it. It's essentially they're looking to punish what they saw against Aurora, but in a live environment.
Smoke window, molly doors, mid-pressure. That's what it spells. And so Ziello, he wasn't really active on it, just sitting around Temple and chilling. Don't know if that smoke's nailed. Belchenok investigates. Alexi's got the bomb in mid. He's got to be cautious with his commitments. Yellow.
Team flash there, didn't get what he was looking for. I think when Makazi's been given the opportunities to get the kills early, right? When he's been going mid and winning the fights, or he's been going E-box and winning the fights, that opens up the round. But now we're at the 45-second, and they're not giving them anything right now.
This is really uncomfortable. Another smoke, blocks you main. Bit and Immer are either going to walk through that or they are screwed. They've got 30 seconds. Smoke Temple, maybe an Arab.
That one's missed
Not
as well.
quite.
Yeah, some stress making this util miss. What?
James restraint there. Did Alexi catch a glimpse as well?
What's going on?
Gets him. And now McCarthy's just running on in with the bomb. That's the end of the round. Bomb down, double from Belchenok. Sure, a missed AWP shot, but this one, it's got PVISION's name written all over it. Thank you very much. 2 consecutive, rather convincing, as Belchenok finds himself a quad kill in the second round of their CT side OT.
What's happened there with the gun drop?
Yeah, that was a funky one.
The wheels are coming off right now. Okay.
So, trying to...
They need to get into a fight early, right? NAVI need to force a fight early. That's what they need to do to win these rounds. If they temper out and they're playing in this mid to late round scenario in 5v5s, PVISION have got their number.
Yeah.
They need to force the fight, and PVISION know that.
Oh, they've got the dream set up for this last round. You got 4 AK-47 CT.
It's tough to watch because the success, again, of the rounds they won were taking mid fast, trading out, Makazi coming in through E-box, getting an opening kill, trading effectively. Right now it's just color by numbers Counter-Strike, right? They're going through the motions, they're getting the space, PVISION are giving them the space. It's like, all right, that's fine. Like, we're not worried about you having this room. It's okay. You're not doing anything to cause chaos in our rotations. You're not being able to slip into the back lines.
Oh, that's a crazy one. No to just full charges into Immer. Loud and proud. Swings on out and wins it. Belchenok, okay, his reaction's punished by Alexi. And he spots out Ziello as well, just poking his nose out of Temple. Doesn't matter though, does it? Ziello still wins it out. Oh, that's not bad. Clears the smokes, solves the problem. A bit trade, keeps us level. Wonderful. Gives Na'Vi the edge, and it's just James throwing the bomb across, likely occupying this cross with the sniper. So smart from Wonderful, enables him to just stay posted as James closes the gap and hopes for an overextension of Bit. Eye to the scope, avoids giving that sound cue up, but Bit should have him here in that blind spot.
Who knows, he's there now.
Considering it. Scope and Wonderful's on it. Okay, Na'Vi, just the one. That's all they have to boast. And with a T-biased map, you've got 1 T round out of 3. Still managing to put a smile on your face, a brave face perhaps. But we'll be swapping sides and we'll be seeing what PVISION can do with the swap of it.
This nade, how fortunate is this? This is so cheeky. It's a clear for the fight, and it just lands on Noda,
Found him.
who's been having a really rough game, right? That dry swing, I'm great to see him having a bit of confidence with that fight on Ime. He's only got 7 kills, right? He's having a tough time. But yeah, still able to smile and still in this one. It ain't done just yet.
Just have a perfect CT side, that's all. Just need 3 rounds, and Makazi's going to have to do it with half health.
The rounds that Navi was starting to piece together, they had good gambles or good reads, right? They had the 3 players over towards B, they had some trade work, and then Ime gets a double. And they're starting in a similar fashion as to what we've just seen from PVISION, right? Very 2-3 split heavy, giving over the room. The problem is, we saw PVISION pip this like awesome timing on a mid gap. Now you have to manufacture that. And you have to also get fortunate with the timing that they are going to be changing their setup, which is what happened within regulation. But if you give PVISION room to execute, Sway will delete you.
That was the lesson we learned, wasn't it? From Navi CT side, or rather PVISION's T.
Bomb down all the way towards spawn. So,
What the flippity flop?
what is happening?
Ima is shaking his head in disbelief as to his own actions there.
He's so locked in and focused.
Yeah.
He's just taken half of Alexi's HP, and they're going B, where only Makazi is.
Uh-oh. This looks like trouble. This looks like a potential 15th. Just over the smoke, there's Sway. And where there's Sway, there's trouble. The site is lost. Alexi B relays the information, and now what? Now what?
What's happening? We've had the Alexi gun drop. We've had some misused. We've got Emma spraying his teammate. Like, it wasn't even a scenario where there was a fight going on and you've accidentally TK'd him. He's directly on your
He
screen.
doesn't realize it, but you know, James is actually mind controlling them.
Oh, well, they're going for it.
Swinging in. Says that's Sway impact as always. Keeps it up. Still looking good. PVISION locked in. Sway finding the multi. Triple kill. It's up to Bit. He's gone. PVISION 15 on Anubis. Shooting corpses. Rubbing salt into the wound as Navi are discombobulated.
Well, they're still laughing about it. I suppose that's all you can do.
Sorry, man. I was a bit too close to my screen. I just saw a body. Saw red.
What?
Wait. What? It's like Alexi just like said a your mum joke or something.
You go flash for them, Miha.
He got jump scared.
He's just had a massive brain fade moment. It's not funny. It's very serious business,
very
professional Counter-Strike, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Navi, 2 rounds. That's going to take us into double OT. They can't do that. We will go to Ancient. Reminder, Major, best of 1, Navi's favor, domination. This time, best of 3, and PVISION have Sway on their team. We've got a beef to settle.
Well, it's definitely beefy.
Miss Molly.
30 frags for Sway. One hell of a shift. Okay. Cielo, what's your reaction to
They're
this?
ahead of this, though.
They are, and they'll use James' Orb to punish anyone that wants answers as to baskets. There you go. Okay, answer provided by the flashbang confirms an Orb was posted. Cielo's now going to lead the charge. They are going for this little contact play. Oh, what is Bit supposed to fare here? Again, it feels quite light on for the defense.
There's players in mid who can rotate over quickly, but if Bit doesn't get the first...
How about now? Nice position. Works out for 2. Well done by Bit. Tucks on the fountain. He's got no pressure applied. No Molotov. No issues for Navi in the first attempt. On the A site from PVISION, they've got nothing to show for it.
Oh, you can see him lining up there as James attempts to swing back out, but Alexi will confirm 14, and just one more round to take us into OT number 2.
I would love another one. I'm having fun on a new day.
I think the other series on the B stream between G2 and Mongols was a speed run. And right now, oh no, it was. The second map got close by the looks of things.
Okay. I mean, coming in cold, right, for the Mongols.
Yes, they did that a lot last year, which was surprising, but Cobra Zero, first time playing top-tier Counter-Strike. Well, at least in the Mongols jersey. Okay, Dastan will use the timer. That is going to be very fortunate for Blade to try and reset them. And it is good to see that Navi have continued to laugh through some of these moments. I think if they win this, it's going to be about relief as opposed to, oh, wow, we played really good Counter-Strike. This has been flaky at best.
I mean, they can be proud of Dust 2. I thought their Dust 2 game planning and being able to beat what were consistently well-stacked sites. It was an impressive T side, at least.
You would have loved to have had this one relatively clean because then Anubis becomes a fear factor for other teams in the
that's your
tournament,
plan.
right? And now that it's like, maybe we won't pick this one again.
I don't know if we will.
Or, hold up, silver lining. There's lots that you can look at to fix.
Valid. Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to find gaps, it's going to be PVISION. Oh, what's this play? So a little late play out main. You molly the stairs, or molly, sorry, no, it's interesting. Molly stairs and molly back box. You fully press. Cool. Push out E-box, push out main, and contain the T side to start. What's the reaction? James got a quick one. Throws out E-box.
Yeah, you just wait.
Mid window smoked as well.
You don't need to do anything right now. Yeah, they backed off, right? They can't hang around. They cannot. This is...
Ooh. Wonderful's in trouble. Nota does warn him off, and actually Alexi B's gone down in the meantime. That was just Sway. Ready and waiting, catches Alexi peeking out from behind the pillar.
A bomb is in T-spawn.
Yes.
There's a minute on the clock, so it will likely be considered. Yes, James heading back. Oh, timing.
Oh, you could very well have caught both of them there. They're past his sight line now. Makaze and Bit have reacted to the loss of Alexi. 40 seconds. PVISION just one Ancient, and Sway's on his way there. Not even noticed. Team kills too much. Yellow gets it necessary.
That's that.
Does look like that's that. Belchenok maybe not ready for him up close, and yeah, with his knife out, nearly repositioned for the frag. Does deny and force the reposition of the plant. Crazy spray. It's a 2-on-2. Again, not committing to the plant. And now oh, he's on the line! I can't quite believe it! Yellow still hasn't got that bomb down with 10 seconds. It's really awkward now. He's just going to get cleared. The orb is ready, and we need another. What a recovery from NAVI. That looked like PVISION's round every single day of the week.
Yeah, turns out that is that. Imma, the aim wasn't pretty, but he gets the job done, and that causes the chaos. Okay, NAVI, I see ya. This one's got some more twists and turns as we head into OT number 2.
Bloody hell.
And they're still smiling.
Oh, the uncrouch.
This from Imma, right? Surging forward. He doesn't win the fight on the plan. It gets away. This is so sketchy.
Sick.
Just spamming at range. The type of rounds that they're winning. I don't think they can quite believe it.
What a game.
You're getting away with murder right now.
Stage 2 is starting with a bang in Kraków.
Kazi's aggressive. Might be able to swing out on a timing here. Imma's also peering from the window. So being ushered forward by the clear of that smoke, a wonderful Zorp. They're looking for a fight.
It's coming their way. Ooh, missed shot from the orb. That's awkward. And now Makaze's surely a dead man. No way. No way! He gets away. No, he doesn't. James, quick catch. That's necessary to keep it level. Impressive from Makaze. These rounds, twists and turns, subversion of the expectation. Imma does find enough of an advantage onto James. Removes the AWPer. Removes their captain. It's up to Nota, who has had a rough day on Anubis. Equipped with the bomb and disconnected from Zwei, but that doesn't stop him. He knows he's got a potential gap through mid. Imma has completely vacated, and he's hoovering up that space.
The Bit has to know that this is a possibility. Essentially selling the site, hoping there's a sound cue if they are going to go mid to A. So I'll be there in time. Does Imma catch him?
Oh, wow. Just laser beam from Zwei. He really is looking so good.
It might not consider heaven on the timing. Oh, he does.
Yeah, Fitz ready. Zwei, however, is not someone I'm writing out of this clutch, regardless of the pressure, regardless of the numbers against him.
Alexi's
going
here
for the plant. He's going to get swung on by Bit, and that will be the first round of our second overtime. It's going to be NAVI's.
It's the Makaze double, isn't it?
It really is.
I understand that the leash is put on as he tries to get away, but you're not just playing out these rounds now where they can get A main control, they can execute, right? They're putting it under pressure.
I'm so impressed that he's like not spotted, like he's looking into the wall enough that they are both kind of a little bit lazy about it, not expecting anyone, eyes towards the hole. Double kill. Very nice from Makaze. It does feel like most of the rounds that NAVI have won, it's been like, oh, that was an impactful one from Makaze.
Yeah, especially on that T side, right? So that was necessary when we were back in regulation to keep them in it and take them to OT.
Okay, different start from the T side. Bomb starts early, Rugs. Is that an indication
This
of
is
the
the same
finish?
play they ran before, right? So it's a T-stairs molly. Do they molly Rugs as well? They want to come through the smoke. Oh, caught. Makazi this time can't be the difference maker. Maybe Bit can.
Bomb! Belchenok's just nearly lost the round by that attempted trade. Bit managed to get his crosshair on the right place, but now Alexi B, yeah, you need to fall back. I think he's got a good idea that it could be quite quick onto his bomb site, and he is alone. Concedes it just as Yellow rounds the corner. They've lost the B site. They don't know it yet. Belchenok's bringing the bomb all the way through T spawn.
Yeah, gambling on A. Emma's going to play through middle. They've already won some crazy rounds.
This is asking too much.
You think with Yellow having the rotation fully cut off, where's he going though? Because he knows that they're not going to be saving this situation. Oh, Alexi running. Yellow.
Yeah, he's already in your spawn. Oh, a jump scare.
That was a moment. And he's also heard wonderful. Emma noted as well.
Yeah, should looking to be 16 all. Not a fight favorable to Wonderful by any stretch of the imagination. The angle's perfect from Ziello. Catches a whiff of the barrel now. Makes a little sound cue for Wonderful to pinpoint his position.
It's a tough one there. They go aggressive in the previous. Makazi's the man to find the double. They even lost the entry, right, with Wonderful going down. This time, Makazi's the first death, and Bit's the one to try and make the play over towards A with that push. He gets that second kill, it's back on. So it is going to have to be the multis from the CT side. It's about individual output. One not looking like enough from anybody in these skirmishes. Just in time. James Piran back as he emerges from the smoke.
Very easily a different round if Bit did manage to transfer to Belchenok with the bomb lost, and could very well have gone Navi's way. Important fight from him.
I feel like they haven't done a lot of B main pushes, but when they have, Zway's bopped them, so
Yeah.
maybe those correlate. 33 for Zway and counting.
Some nice flashes from James, designed to deal with the loss of early water control. Ooh, didn't quite spot anything over the edge of the smoke break.
James at Ruggs is curious. So he's selling the fake with the AWP and then maybe control the rotations.
Temple smoke from Ruggs.
Well, they yet to claim E-box.
And then Ziello hoping to catch Alexi. Oh, spots him on the jiggle. Hastened comms.
Oh, bad
Molotov
incendiary.
forcing him. He's going to spread. He has to extinguish. Burns a smoke. Very costly. They really want him. Double nade puts him low. He's somehow still alive, but only for a moment. He's got pressure from every angle. Poor guy's in so much trouble. How does he hold on that long? Makaze, just the one man they can count on. Wonderful as well, just arriving from the temple side. Hang on, they get two. Still looking like the site is lost. A 2-on-3 will establish with Belchenok extending play with the plant. James will set himself up. Powerful post plant now. Bit and Wonderful are giving it a good go. Lots of info. Jail. Ooh, missed shot. Bit too much to do, too much to handle, right? It's supposed to be too much. He's closing the gap. He's running out. Yeah, the nade slows him down. He rounds the corner in time. James just about, but the skin of his teeth saves the day.
Oh,
The idea that the
that
nade,
would have been insane
if
from
the nade
Bit, yeah.
slowed him enough for him to chase him, I would have screamed.
That was some high-level stuff there from Bit. Unfortunately, that could have been clutch of the tournament so far. Okay.
Wow.
Looks like Blade wants to call the timeout. Again, addressing the T-sides from Navi, they have looked at best when they've been able to draw the rounds into skirmishes, right? Aggressive maneuvers, activating Makazi doors, him trading on Alexi, getting into that of E-box, taking the fights. If it is slow, we've just seen these setups from PVISION that they're happy to deliver multi-kills on the sites, right? They've also been running this double AWP setup that looks like they're going to do again, seeing Zway already invested upon that. To balancing things out with the 12.5K. Second player's low over towards E-Box. That's an easy fight. He's got 6 bullets left. The nade comes in a little bit too deep.
Oh, 3 bullets. He needed 4. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been one clutch.
I mean, that's an NT in the chat for sure. Double AWPing. Wait, Bit's kind of going for a bit of a hero maneuver, isn't he? Quick Molotov of his own design, supported by that smoke. Flash for his first swing to ensure James AWP wasn't going to find him as it has.
So not opting for pace. Oh, and you can see why. Ziello overzealous as he jump peaks to his demise. But with James AWP still alive, he's been such a nuisance.
Ooh.
Just a light peppering.
Yeah, are they going to walk on this? Belchanok considering that and attending to the possibility. With Temple smoked, he is on high alert.
He's on. There's so much pressure on this A defense right now.
One man on a mission if they do commit A. Silence falls over Anubis. They'll smoke camera. Okay, well that implies they're in a very good position here, PVISION. Is Belchanok really getting cheeky with it? Is he considering a smoke push? This is ridiculous! Belchanok, an outrageous, outlandish maneuver for the solo A player to pivot and draw 2. Wonderful hoping. Oh, but they're fragging PVISION. What a beautifully constructed round. Individuals and team unity on display as 18 on the board for PVISION to take us to Ancient. A single round is all that's required.
That's such a crazy move, right? These are young, inexperienced players, right? James obviously got a whole lot, Dustin too, and then Zwei within the last 6 months, and before that, just a couple of events with Amiga. But the fact that they're in this scenario, he takes this move. Now, they're down a player, so likely also informing the risk, but he's just played straight through for info. Now, whether that was called by James or not, to see a player making that type of a move with being so inexperienced, that takes balls. Yeah, so just one round now.
4 match points already.
I think that one must have broken the mental of NAVI.
Yeah,
would have broken mine.
They're not laughing as much as they were in some of the others.
Yeah, because there were things that happened that were a bit more comical, like shooting your teammate who was standing right next to you. But that one leaves a mark.
Okay, well, at point 5, and it might be the last. Yeah, that's a brilliant start. Belchanok, a double ended the previous and starts this one. Impact on impact. Awkward for NAVI. Oof, heavy heads. Tingly skin, and you're just wondering if there's any way back into this. Ziello doesn't think so. Nice angle, perfect to find their headshot. And that was onto the bomb as well, so the info flows and a leg shot doesn't quite connect. But this does look like a guarantee, folks. The fun, the adventure that has been NAVI PVISION, it deserves and will be all 3. Ancient, the third and deciding map. PVISION, that is a strong and stark contrast from the Anubis we saw versus Aurora. That's different.
Off last year when Zwei was still in spirit at the major, NAVI dominated them on this very map. So let's see who comes out on top of this tussle. Winner of this will take on winner of Astralis versus Spirit.
Every single member gets a grenade. That's nice. Very utility intensive. Clear game planning and, oh, wonderful. He's going to get run out. Ziello quick to the time to kill.
But that's a risky setup. They have him there on his own, so they must be accounting for that somehow.
Okay, Ziello's trying to use Wonderful's dual Berettas. They kind of betray him there. Messy.
They're into A. The bomb will be able to go down. So they can get that smoke in as well.
This is the fight, though, and that was Belchanok's must-hit kill. He's done well there and still has a Molotov. Crazy that he's still holding onto a Molotov for the post-plant. Makaze getting cheeky, pushes in, executes the headshot, necessary trade. Zwei, God, his name trips me out. Brought down to 35 and just hiding in this smoke. Alexi's he knows he's got. Oh, Zwei reacts first. That's crazy. Must have just touched his keyboard, realized something was in the way. It was Zwei, one-on-one. Bit not expecting it, thinks it's Donut.
No time.
Just Nota with a Molotov to really guarantee that round. Brilliant, calculated. T-side pistol gets PVISION started. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, so they have all that util left because that's not how the round was meant to go down, right? So the fact they win that fight, it's going to change things. And then Makazi getting one in middle. So the whole round kind of opens up, and then they're playing mid-round after the initial exchanges. Navi are going to be a bit frustrated with this one, especially a kill like this. But Zwei picking up where he left off in the previous map. He had 35 kills in total on Anubis.
Thought Alexi B would be the one to figure out the smoke block situation first. So all the more credit to Zwei.
All right, force pipe in from Navi. They get the mid control, elbow smoke. They're blocking over towards B in case of a pop, but right here we can see them setting up for an A play. It's just wonderful over towards the big box. Navi have gambled B.
Here we go. Wonderful with it all to do. A very stylish bounce molly off of the polygons. And another one with Wonderful's big box position completely burnt out.
Good restraint there after the util was thrown. They can throw the nades, not wait for it to start burning, and then maybe Wonderful gets one.
Ooh.
And that's all Imma got for his troubles. One man standing. Alexi B palms into the smoke. And in no rush, PVISION. Allow him to fade, make sure you're not giving too much more over as they're starting to juggle bits and bobs over towards the big box. And Alexi's made some sound cues, but... Well, did he not? Either way, undetected for now. They're already spreading out to hunt him. He's definitely making steps now. Yep. Okay, now Zwei knows. Okay, I could have sworn he made a step before on the side, but either way, that'll be that. 4 out of the 5 staying alive. Force by dealt with very convincingly, and now it will be the NAVI Eco. And NAVI were eliminated from Bounty in the online portion by Monty, so I'm sure they were hoping to come to Kraków and crack on with it, as opposed to finding themselves now in map 3. So Punish not working out for them. For no reason they can't win Ancient. Same to be said for PVISION. Let's see if they continue riding this high. These kids getting in so many reps. It's what made them threatening to close 2025. Just the sheer amount of time that they had together under the tutelage of old mate James and Dustin. 5-man B stack. Flash for Alexi.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get away with that nice right side position and just going to be supported by his boys, shredding through the eco push.
That's very nice. So that's 2 rounds where you have very limited casualties, so you're going to have a whole lot of cash to run forward with residual buy available, but Navi will get out one of theirs. Wonderful brings in the AWP. So what type of tone are we going to get with PVISION? Do they want to start something a bit more grouped and pacey, or are they hoping just to be able to string Navi out with the defaults? Insta Red and Donut. This is traditionally telling you want to fight for mid-control.
He's just out, isn't he? It's been uncharacteristically quiet from Nota up until this point. Certainly on Anubis.
Yeah, 10 kills.
But he was very impressive for me when I was watching Bounty. He's such a, he's not scared to go aggressive. He's not scared to take risks.
Wonderful's in transition. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, on the fade of the smoke, Makaze may look away. Ooh, robotic flick.
Great adjustment.
Yeah, really nice. And Wonderful flashed off of the line, but Bit and Wonderful. Doesn't matter if there's smokes, doesn't matter if there's flashes. Both of them have won their duel, and this is a good sign of life from NAVI. Almost flawless in defense of the A site.
Yeah, impressive stuff there from Makazi, right? Flicking into the head. He loses that. There's so much pressure on Wonderful and Donut at that point as they start teaming out A main. So well done, but remember, there's plenty of cash that you're going to have to strip away as Dustin does another one of these very early timeouts. There's going to be a pattern with them, right? And we're going to continue to see them pop in. But it feels like, all right, let's take this before the money is broken. See if we can steady the ship. Or let's, if we win the pistol, right, don't fall to some form of a force buy or tricky maneuver. So that was Red and Donut Opener.
Come on, boys. Misha, how do you feel?
Surviving.
Okay. Maybe, I don't want to speculate.
Yeah, is Ibis
How do you feel? Is like, are you unwell?
Yeah. And then he's like, shaking his head and shooting his teammates.
Yeah.
Would explain
Very well
things.
be, yeah. Well, make it through this one, and then you can have a bit of a rest, at least to some degree. Out middle again. The double mid smokes, Donut and Red to secure this. And the biggest thing you have to worry about as you're palming out is the timing flash, right? Okay, the CTs throw a flash, they catch you in the open, and they swing out Donut and Red for the fight. As long as you avoid that, you should be all good in the hood. So they've established control. Makazi's actually pushed into A main. This alleviates a little bit of pressure. This is like a classic turtle setup that you would see on Ancient. A player deep on B dealing with Red.
What's Alexi holding? Okay,
Just
pixel gap, but
yeah.
Yellow's a menace, isn't he?
Next push.
And this angle, you're not ready for that. You walk into it, nice off angle adopted by Belchanok.
Yeah, Makazi feeling like he has to make a play because his in-game leader's gone down. Now it's just the three of them, Imma, Bit, and Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, Belchanok's got Ziello to thank for that kill coming his way.
That's the chain reaction. That's what you love to see in Counter-Strike. You're able to find that incision. That's why opening kills can be so important. There's something to burrow back, Navi. Are they just going to play for the save because they are gambling incorrectly? They were hoping just to maybe catch them by surprise with the lion's share on the A site. Unfortunately, this util is going to sound off and they know that they're in the wrong place. So likely just to see a lengthy save. As soon as the bomb goes down, throw the 40 seconds on the clock and we'll start counting. Second series on the B stream has already started. We had, during stage one, some swift days, right? A lot of 2-0s, especially on that first day, whereas the B stream was having a lot of 2-1s. So the next game has been pushed back in the schedule due to this one being quite lengthy. A 13-11, a 19-16, and now the start of Ancient. Spirit versus Astralis up next, and then to round up the day, Vitality versus BCG. Tomorrow, kicking off the day, will be Falcons Aurora, and running in conjunction with that will be Mouse versus NRG. I'm most surprised to see NRG through, but good, you know, they've obviously OC's in, Exotic out, and Nitro's with them at this one, which is good.
Makes a big difference, believe it or not.
Having your in-game leader actually in the server and not the coach. Who would have thunk it? Oh, straight to the notes. Everyone having a bit of a read.
I'm curious to see what James does with T-side or Ancient, like, as far as options go.
It's not going to be like a Monacy. I don't think we're going to see so many, you know, run out mid with the spawn and try and take that.
Probably more like escorting people up, like
on the
boosted
boost
box.
a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see what happens mid. At Molly to try and stop any CTs pushing forward, but kept at bay by the Incendiary, and ooh, nade combined hurts, flashes back, he's so blind, brilliant start, Belchanok prevails for 2, it's Alexi B that balances. Swinging out Cave, that's what you want to see from your Cave player, stops things from spiraling. He gets away, however, Ziello had his number in the previous, and ooh, Wonderful was not ready for that. More bodies, he spotted the bomb, that's info for NAVI.
He's fortunate to be alive. Might just have to tend to A. It's going to be up to Bit and Alexi. They can play retake on B right now, and A is feeling pressure, right? Smoke in the sky, Molly and Donut. That's telling that they feel like they want to surge towards Wonderful. They know should be relatively low. Bit's going to peek into this.
And a double kill from Bit has done everything required, just like that. A well-timed spray and swing.
And Jane will be on the save. So Wonderful might have him cut off at the pass here. Just below the scope, making some sound cues, so they'll be able to triangulate this position. Don't you worry about that. I don't know if he can save now, James.
It certainly seems increasingly unlikely. Wonderful doesn't really need to move.
Yeah, if he goes down, then James can get away.
Yeah.
So Wonderful just has to sit here, hoping to use the orb as a shotgun. Oh, it can get bad for James. He could go down after time.
Especially because he's used his smoke now.
If that's what they're playing for, right? Okay, trying to burrow out. Who can he take to the grave with him?
Oh, he heard you drop. Wonderful. Pre-aim's going to be pretty rigid.
It's one way to get an ult. Take it from the opposing sniper. Aha, okay, Bit gets there in time. 3 for him in the round. And that fight in mid, right, you have Wonderful in red throwing the flashes so Makazi and Imma can swing, but at the same time, PVISION have players throwing flashes too. So that's the coin toss moment. in certain rounds of Counter-Strike. You never know how many extra flashes they're going to have left. Are they even ready for that as part of their protocols? Have they factored that in? Second tactical timeout very early from Dastan. And lots of shouting from the other end of the LAN hole. Furia versus Foot. And Foot, definitely a team to look out for in 2026. Don't you worry about that. That's before you go and take a look at the results so far. This is a group of players and a coach who have been together for an awfully long time. And Long's added into the mix and go from stride to stride at their first big boy event. Getting some reps under their belt, and I think that's all it's going to take. But here it is again. So you see the flashes, they dart into the corner, they keep coming, and the teaser flashing too. It's just constant.
Really nice second as well from Belchinok, but it was Bits double that did make the difference in the end.
So another one where Dastan gets ahead with the timeout to try and avoid them being broken financially. Kazi wants to fight.
Yeah, he's actually going to self-extinguish and try and swing through, so he will win the fight in mid. This is a very valuable piece of real estate. And with him jumping up and Bit pushing ramp, they've got all of mid, all of lane, and understandably, Alexi gambles A.
That's 6 smokes used within the first 20 seconds of the round, and to finish, we've got James just with one in his hand, so this is going to be tough for PVISION.
This is a cheeky angle, but now he's kind of trapped. Nota's going to be posted on him, and he's done well. How is he still alive? I thought the AWP would be posted for the trade at least. Nice find. That's Makaze onto James. Didn't catch the yellow, so confirmation that one of them is low in a 3-on-4. And it looks like they're backing away from A. Or at least
it wouldn't be surprising to see them go for a 50-second save.
That's also very real. Yeah.
This wouldn't be surprising at all just to see them burrow in now and save. Look at the radar. Navi have darted away. They've just left the one man of Alexi on this A site. So if he goes down, there's a chance to breach in. And they are just fishing, seeing if they can get anything. So he's going to smoke off CT. Alexi will call for aid. Was he spotted there by that jump? I think he was. Yes, he was.
Oh, dear. Alexi, nice fallback. Gets the fade away onto Ziello and extends his life. Bit can now lock the door behind him. He's flanking main fast. Belchinok to provide the covering. Fire, smoke, break, flick out a wonderful, stunning. And Zwei with an AWP to try and come up clutch. Bomb ticking in his favor, and 3 bullets, 3 opponents. The maths checks out.
Okay, Zwei, you did some secondary opening on Anubis. Let's see what you got.
Hoping Wonderful's the first to peek on in. How do they structure this? I think they've already got a very good idea as to where he's positioned. A little jiggle out. Here's Bit closing the gap, and Wonderful will not miss. Important and impactful pair of frags from Wonderful on the way back in.
Okay, well handled round. And there was absolutely no choice of saving there. So they get the bomb down. That's going to give them a little bit of extra cash. If they take a partial in this one, 2,400 into the next, and they can buy again. So Navi starting to steady now. 3 out of the last 4. This is a nice shot.
Yeah, I think the replay op enjoyed that so much. We get it in the mega slow-mo. That is rapid.
To see Imma's aim in some of these situations now, and if he is ill, it makes a bit more sense, doesn't it, right? Because he's been hitting important shots. He definitely hasn't been rubbish, right? But his aim hasn't been crisp.
Way just going to get run at. A little bit of aggression, just charging into these Glocks. They're not scared. A Tech-9 underneath you. You are going to overlook him. And he gets one.
Too hungry for the eeks, Mr. Makazi.
It gets the best of us all, you know?
Everybody wants him.
Everybody wants him.
Everybody asking, sign him, sign him, sign him. All right. Guns out now.
What a half-hearted clear of the box as well. Like, just looking at the floor for a second.
Alexi, he's mine.
I have it.
So they keep tussling in middle. Both teams really stubborn for this.
Ooh, he pays a very heavy price from the HE and the Flame. And now Nota just gets caught out by the second wave of flashes. Wonderful sets up him at, and and a first blood drawn for NAVI.
3 different moves for NAVI to secure this mid control in these fights now, and it's great, right? They're showing some real variety. That was the extinguish in the pocket. They've had the extinguish up close and personal. They've had the late swings with the rally of flashes. Not all have worked out as nicely as this. The fact that you get that opener and you get away, but it is very nice to see. You're seeing both of these teams locking horns with ideas out the gate for mid control. So now, trundling around the map with the 4v5 disadvantage.
Are they going a high-low setup? Yeah, they're going to boost. Bit further forward than they may pre-aim. Lexi B in bits. Jame, 1. Ramp activates. Cover is there. Immer's down. Jame pivots out. Smoke on a short should give Belchenok a little bit more freedom to maneuver. He's not ready to plant. He knows Alexi B cave is the necessary fight, and Alexi's not looking. He's just not looking. Gets booked. Lack of comms or lack of awareness. I think so focused on Jame, and ooh, those bullets nearly found him crossing with the bomb. Oh, hang on. Wonderful could just wallbang him through the pillar. Very realistic end to Belchenok's round here if Wonderful does elect to do so. Knows he's got him pinned. And he does find just a little bit of flash of flesh. Jame pivots back around to the cave side. That incendiary really limits his angle.
Makes wallbanging harder.
Ooh, Makaze's lucky to be alive, and Wonderful had to hit that.
Some clutch shots from Wonderful so far.
Yeah, he's looking good on Ancient.
Yeah, it's nice to see. You want Wonderful from the major in form here in Kraków.
Yes, please.
That's a tense round even after that opener. I think you bang on with the Alexa situation. It's not lack of awareness. It's just so focused that James going to swing him at any moment. He's gambling that Belchenok isn't going to be able to make that type of pathing. Yeah, tense one. Wonderful dies there. Makazi's low.
It's just like playing Face It.
Yeah, we all know that. Okay. Even some tech.
Is that a heaven smoke they've thrown, not a cave smoke, or am I mistaken?
It should cover both.
Okay. Gives them freedom to just stroll up lane.
So they're out mid.
Yeah, you're walking through your donut smoke. That's so cool.
So Emma's blocked main. Gonna play from big box for donut. They're worried about a red press right now. That's where a lot of the focus is.
Yeah, and they're kicking up a first cave, and now suddenly the penny drops. Okay. Oh, so much for him to do. He's having trouble. He is having trouble today.
This is tough. They're in.
They are. These Tech 9s. This is just armored pistols, but it feels incredibly potent now. A scavenged M4. Multiple bodies now spotting Makaze. It's occupied. Alexi B's being kept at bay. Nice spray. Need another from Jame. Brought down. It's a triple out of Makaze to try and rectify, and now that bomb ticking. Smoke on Donut makes life difficult, and so disconnected from the pack is Yellow. You're going to be nervous about them just holding that. 5-second defuse could feel like the end. Yellow breaks the smoke. Looking for him. Makaze, a quad kill. Looking for that defuse. Need the spray. Look at the angle. And look at the ace. Makaze comfortable. Na'Vi saved.
This is this kid's home map, it feels like. People caught the highlight package from Makaze earlier, back from Cologne last year. So many of his moments are on this map. So comfortable in these smoke plays, but on the retake, this is beautiful.
It's such a compromised position to be in. Like, you really, that is so easy to lose. Makaze manages to pull it back into Navi's control. And Immer is probably going to be the most grateful. Also, check that defuse position. That's a little cheeky approach to the default plant.
That is going to be the second ace so far of stage 2, both in this series.
Oh, lovely. Makaze picks up right where he left off from the previous.
I love it, right? Just the layering with the flash. Oh, okay. He doesn't like the way that one feels. Yellow's going to find him and bring it back to just a one-man advantage. We're set for 7 a moment ago, but we've seen rounds like this go wrong before. Grouping up, looking like they want to aggress down ramp. Okay, well, Emma's going cave on his own. He's going to tuck in. Here in the scope. Bit ready to swing off Emma's contact.
Oh, works out for them. Jame will manage to find the bit swing. Emma doesn't need to move a muscle.
It's a way to make a play up the ramp.
Yeah, it's up to his way. He's definitely got the ability, but overwhelmed by the double.
And nice details.
Yeah, it's looking good. 7th round, guaranteed. James going to play safe simulator.
Ooh, gonna get a chance.
Happening.
Okay, Alexi, nice round from him. Oh, so obvious. All right, I'm glad that they're having a bit of fun over there in the NAVI camp. Let's see if they can take this 8th round, or will PVISION give themselves a little bit of a buffer going into the halftime break. Currently 7-4 in NAVI's favor.
Bad.
Alexi's thrown out spawn. Doors block smokes. So do they want to play a little bit more aggressive?
Is Mikaze going to be tested once more? Surely you're going to have to give him the space. No, they try again.
Oh, good.
It's just a rinse and repeat. Same result, a little bit of a difference being Yellow's further forward, but he's also paid a heavy price. He's got, oh, maybe James gets overlooked here. It's a bit, yeah, he seems wise to the potential. Sway on the way back, and James peeking in. Shadow, headshot, nice from Bit. He can fall away now. He's got that 2-man advantage for his squad. It's almost Cielo at 6 HP, barely able to do anything on his own. And there's an example, swinging on out, an easy bullet to the body. You'd love a plant. Interesting plant position. Works out for him.
At least now he's got the 40 seconds to work with, but there it is, 7-5. That's the half. NAVI, sorry, 8-4. 7-5 would be if PVISION won the round.
They ain't having that.
Not at all. All right, NAVI on track right now. We're going to a break.
Other guy.
Okay,
You
I
can
saw
defuse insta.
Let's defuse.
From top.
I fake
You
that.
can jump top. You can jump on top of the box and defuse.
Yes.
CT.
CT. Go. Nice! Nice!
Блядь, нахуй.
Ancient, your fucking
Fucking good.
Guys, I
For
need
the
to...
half, I promise you, some people thought it was 7-5, but right now, NAVI on track to dumpster PVISION on Ancient like they did back at the Major. Will it happen again? Well, a pistol will go a long way in confirming exactly that for NAVI. Who were looking comfy. Makazi, monster moments. He was locking it down middle. It's nice to see as we are going to set sight on PVISION CT side. When they played at the Major, PVISION got 0 CT-sided rounds.
0?
0.
Okay, well, a pistol here, and they'd already be on the better track.
In the wrong place, Alex. They gambled middle and A.
It's a cool short smoke and deep molly
It
to
was.
ensure it.
That's all about the post plant.
A nice headshot to start the retake.
And they're back into the conversation.
Yeah, Zway's going to be playing late.
No kit.
Using that boost, hoping for the one-tap on a long jiggle.
They need to make a move together. You can't just sit on the side.
Yeah, and Zway's been found out. Bit doesn't win its duel. It's all collapsing for them. They need to count on
Makazi's the
Makaze
man.
and Ima. He is the man. But there's too much. There's too much to handle. It has to be Makaze for the last. Ima has enabled it. Tried to make it more competitive.
Okay.
Threatening now the 10-second defuse, but the cover is there. Zway with 3 frags, he secures it. PVISION already locked in more than they accrued last time.
Okay, well, that one was damn close. What are we remembering?
Oh, I wanted to remember.
Come on,
with
I
them.
want to remember.
I remember with them. Nice shot.
Yeah, just the tip of the noggin. They do put up a real fight there, don't they?
Yeah, I thought with him as double, there's a world where Makaze... Oh, they're just hitting shots, aren't they? Yep. That's Wonderful's reaction to James one tap.
Well, the bomb went down. The force can be pretty tidy. 2 Galils, some upgraded pistols.
So Deep HE swallowed by
Pocket.
knock, pocket down, swing from the SMG, nothing. Doubles to start. Wow, it's yellow. Nice burst straight to the face of Makaze.
I want to trade that Galil out. Yeah, Emma will give that over to Bit. If Alexi gets found, it's a real problem. So he's going to back off towards the doors. No point giving away his life. Oh, okay, no, he's not. He's hanging around. He's calling the troops back. So they're looking to... This is mad.
This is...
He's pipped the gap.
And it's, you know, trying to claw back an advantage, and Wonderful gets caught.
But you
Looking the
can't
wrong
react.
way.
You're not grouped up enough yet. And you've just been blocked.
Lovely proactivity on display from Ziello. He was last seen towards heaven, and he's just pushed all the way. Silent dismount, brilliant. Quite inspired. And he might even catch... He's going to catch the tail end. If he's not careful, you're going to lose the bomb. Alexi, oh, jiggle, confirms he's still there, and that's going to open up an avenue to A. They're going to be quick about this.
Bit's got the rotation through
Yeah,
cave.
he's ready for his way. And gets it.
Okay, Jamer likely to see an attempted save in this situation.
Wow, I mean, short-lived successes. Navi, that was a very convincing mid-take.
One of the two of those, I'm not sure if it was Imma or it was Alexi, but must have just caught a glimpse of Ziello there.
On the way in cave?
Exactly,
I think
because
you're right.
they double swing. That's the key frag in all of this. So they give them the pistol. And they win the second, so they will be carrying through this M4. But it's going to be a tough force back for PVISION. Doing a good job on the cinematic cameras today, Jay. Rush, you're doing pretty good too, all right?
5 out of 7.
Can the people at home hear that, Rush? Or...
No, he's just talking to you.
Okay. All right. Sounds like he's in a submarine.
He does.
Signs of dismay. Understandably so.
And quite the opposite. Quite an uplifted Navi.
I think they're just going to be happy to have gotten past what happened on Anubis.
Yeah.
It was some real quizzical moment.
Well, I think I like the way you framed it as well, that Navi did go outside just to kind of shake off Anubis. Like, okay, let's reset. And I'll tell you, it is cold today in
-8.
Poland. -8 Celsius. So, yeah, very chilly. Good way to get some fresh ideas.
Okay, well, where's the M4 starting? Over towards A for James. He's pushing through Donut, so...
Safer. You're not going to get naded.
Try and boost over this.
Okay, the James rifle will not have vision. yet. Maybe on the oscillation, on the fade, we'll see.
It's backed off.
Yeah, okay.
Probably the better of the options available. Full mid control. If they want to fight into red, this is always risky against pistols because of the range. But I would say, fortunately, it's the Deagle that they're dealing with.
Oh, Nota, you are looking like a dead man. Jiggling. Feeling the pressure. Does at least get the info safely. Will be forced to extinguish. And, oh, they lose yellow. At range, one less on B. Makaze already quite quick to Temple. Is James considering Temple right now? He's looking more donut.
Have to flick into this.
I think there's a chance he can hit this, but Makaze's been so hot. 17 and 11.
Oh, good poise.
Yeah.
Speaking off main, removing options.
And there's the first contact. Can't believe Wonderful's won that.
Belchenok's lingering in this main smoke. Wow, and Makaze aware of that as well. So that'll be 10.
Strong. Really, really convincing scenes on the T-side start.
It's good. You get it literally into CT spawn and you take a moment. Oh, a bit at range with it. Spam. He's got 2 players to worry about here.
I think they won his gun.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to fight for survival.
Belchenok's creeping ever closer.
Should be good for the tap at the back of the head, right? Yep. AK, at least something to celebrate. A FAMAS and AK-47 a whole lot more appealing for the save.
Yeah, they got to back off outside B to hold on to this. But yeah, once NAVI get the CT spawn control, the fact that they just pause, they're not trying to rush the tempo because they have so much time on the clock. A lot of other teams, oh, we're here, we feel like we're in a scenario where we need to be pushing. They get some key territory and then they set up and they communicate quite efficiently for the finish. So that's nice to see.
Yeah, like the A main smoke's a good sign of the thing you're talking about. Forcing that extinguish. I can't quite believe they find this. Yeah, just a flash of yellow before the smoke came up. And that was an impressive double burst to the face of Jame. Wonderful does well.
Tell you what we haven't seen a lot in this series is MP7s.
That's true, actually.
We saw a decent amount of it in some of the different series we were covering throughout stage 1. But today I don't think I've even seen a single MP7.
I don't think so. I think for some players, if it's MP9 still works,
yeah,
they're going to stick with it. Some more adventurous players looking for that little extra advantage, or those that are familiar with the gun and how it handles.
Yeah, there's also the financial burden in that type of a force buy right there that they went for, right, being bottom of the barrel loss bonus, going to limit what is even available. So partial behind the saved guns, still threats for NAVI to deal with, but just 3 more rounds.
Matt trying his hand at some mid. Does edge the smoke flawlessly and confirms no one's fighting for it.
They missed the pocket molly, so they are going to have to clear this. You can see just how wary he is, but they can path with back to the donut smoke. Looks like they're just going to...
I mean, Alexi will not be taking this fight on his own, I assume. It's a cool wombo combo Bit's playing for there.
Edging forward in cave. On the jiggles, do they want to force a fight?
Oh, Alexi, a step heard. Belchenok and Sway very much on high alert, holding that left and right respectively. As mid, it is being seized.
Spotted.
Yeah, it's a valuable info. Gets it safely, forces out some util, and maneuvers across.
Yeah, well done from Alexi to get that info not go down. And as you mentioned, they're through red. They turn this into the B split.
How often are you going to go B from here, though?
Surely
walking into the
send
3-man
someone
stack.
through Temple. You can't all go through spawn.
You just look away. Oh, they get a nice warning, and a messy spray still doesn't seem like it's going to cost them too much. These unarmored pistols, or a couple of them, not going to get far. Oh, spoke too soon.
All right, hold up.
Yeah, Nota's hit a nice headshot, and at range, Belchenok had a chance. It was minimal. Didn't find the necessary kill.
Okay, Alexi jumping across. Bomb's
he knows the bomb.
Yeah, Alex.
Ooh, Makaze's not missing.
Okay, 19 frags for him in this one so far. How he's going to get before the map is over. Just 2 more rounds of play potentially. As PVISION will chip in with their investment. MP9 is the lowest of the weapons equipped for this defense.
The jump pipe actually saved his life there on the tree position for a moment.
Sway's going to be operating with that. He's actually given Yellow the M4.
Commit is just getting destroyed out mid. We saw one pocket, sees the util trajectory. Wow, Nota ready, catches Makaze's reaction to Imez. Info, he's got to get them both here. He's in so much scrutiny. Ziello pushes out a cave, but what does that mean? B site is theirs. The cave player now spotted heaven. That is going to be stressful for Wonderful.
Okay, good smoke. Oh, it hasn't landed perfectly.
Ooh, he's fine, he's fine. The other one was up just in time. Nota versus Alexi. Very important duel. He's missed it. Weird fights for bit 2. This can go wrong. This can go horribly wrong. He's committed to this fight. He can't go down. Wonderful doesn't want to be in this round on his own. Doesn't matter. He gets one. That's the minimum. Wonderful versus Jamin, an AWP head-to-head, but favoring Wonderful. He nails it. Perfect. Navi keep this streak flowing. They are running to the finish line.
It's going to be another bad bite to close things out for PVISION. And it's great to see Wonderful hit a couple of those shots throughout this series so far. You want to see him in form if you want NAVI to be rocking into the playoffs at IEM Kraków. I think a key detail that we haven't been parroting too much throughout this series is once you drop down to the lower bracket, there's only one spot per group from the lowers. Your best bet is just to win your first 2 best of 3. Sounds simple, right? But
fighting middle. Yeah. Oh, Makaze's just going to spray the whole team down. 3 massacred in middle. Ziello could be very next on his list, but tracks it very well with the MP9. They know where they both are. Stick a fork in this one. It is practically done.
The big bad wolf blowing the house down for PVISION now. Looks like it is going to be domination on Ancient again. Last time it was 13-6. This time it could be 13-5. 2-on-1. Better than NAVI.
Fair play. I mean, it feels like Makaze gets mid whenever he wants it. And I think the biggest takeaway from this one is that NAVI are coming into this one confident. The fact that you're picking Anubis, we don't know what it is. It's so fresh in the map pool. That was their pick in this series, and still they'll concede it and smash map 3. Ooh, Ziello. He's not going down
no chance
without an attempt, and it was 2. The nade looks like it's a little early. But through the flames he burns. He actually goes down to the 1G. A stomping map 3 and a confident NAVI.
Okay, well, we kick this one off on Dust 2. 13-11 NAVI. Topple PVISION on their pick. Anubis had double OT. 19-16 to push us all the way to Ancient. And you wonder, did we even need to get here? NAVI going to have a lot to review.